Hello, welcome in everybody. It's a little dark. I'm gonna have to brighten it up in here. I changed the background. If you want to take a peek at the background, I'll get up so you can see it and move the chair. All right. Get out of the way. Oh shit! I got the lights all on. Oh no! Oh no! Let's see how I can fix this. I don't want to get blinded. That's the only problem with this. It's kind of hard to do it and not be blinded. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll be worse. Who really knows? Let's find out. Oh. I have some extra, like I usually tape these up. I got some extra tape on my chair. Hey, maybe I'll get a cut and I'll need a Band-Aid. How's everybody doing? Hello, peoples. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. Welcome in. If you're new to the channel, how you doing? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you don't mind. All right, let me get to the channel. Sometimes I use the phone and I look at the phone or I'll look at the actual screen. Let's make that full screen so I can see it better. These old eyes are getting bad. Okay, there we go. Sounds off. And skip. I don't want to see that. Hello, Katie. Hello, Angelita. Roxanne. Hello, Yolanda. All right. Welcome in, everyone. God damn, it's orange. Hold up. So I'm learning something. Like I tried to adjust the screen and the color, but I think YouTube adds a lot of contrast because my color is all fucking crazy. The background looks better than me. What the fuck? But I was playing with the lighting for a while, so that kind of makes sense that would happen. All right, it is what it is, right? April. What do we got for April? Go start in order tonight. Aries. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Aries? Coffee first, of course. Hello, June. Okay. Let's see what we get for Aries. The April reading. Okay. Here we go. Aries. What's the message for Aries for April? What do you want to show the zodiac sign of Aries? What the fuck do you need to trust? Where's this really going? Okay, let's see. What does Aries need to trust? Or what are they going to learn to trust? Oh my God, there's something you got to trust big time. I want to clarify it as well as you can with this tarot deck for Aries. Some of you it's going to be about just trusting yourself a little more through the month of April. Wow, I just feel like it's you. Look at that one shuffle. I feel like it's you. Like you got to have truth and clarity more with yourself this month. Anything that's made you feel stuck in the past, I don't feel like that's what you're supposed to keep on your mind, dear Aries. Hell to the no. Fuck that. Fuck those challenges kind of energy. Like, don't let that happen. All right. You might be needing to kind of invest a little bit more in things that you kind of pushed away. I feel like that's what you're supposed to do. Holy shit. Hold on. I feel like you're supposed to almost like spread your wings. I looked at this tarot deck over here. I haven't even opened this yet. And thought of you like I was thinking of you originally, like you have to do something. And then I looked right at the bird that's like spreading its wings. Of course, the next fucking box I look at has a bird with wings and shit too. The Gaia Oracle next, and that's a little bit further over there. All right. So I feel like you've got to kind of start doing things that you held back on. Like that's your first message. Let's see what else we get for you. Show me something for Aries April. You haven't been working towards something, and you know that. This is what it's telling me. Why have you held back? Why have you held back? Some of you, it was people were aggravating you. Straight up, it's telling me people could have been aggravating you. You didn't want to work with people. You didn't feel. It's like it just felt easier to leave shit the way it is, or leave it alone completely. Right. All right. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right. Anything else for Aries? I wasn't expecting this shit. Aries, what do you need to be open or more into? You've got the moon reversed here. Show me something. Celebrations. I'm done. I am over this. So, all right. So, Aries, it's actually, it doesn't matter what your gender is, what your sex is, woman, man. It's telling me you've kind of been resisting the energy of people or exploring it. I feel like you're not exploring it, and you damn well know it. Hold on. And maybe the trick of maybe work and career has been more fascinating to you. I feel like you're supposed to be putting work and career into more things that bring in passion and love. Look at the fucking cards. Holy shit, love. All right. Celebrations, damn it. Oh my God. Make the move, the wheel. It's the judgment that's probably fucking needed for the zodiac sign of Aries. Now, that's what I've got so far for you, for Aries. All right, I'm going to get blinded, but we're going to try to get some of this yellow off my face. Probably just, no. Oh, shit, it fell off. It fell onto my other chair. There we go. That might be a little bit better. Maybe it might have made it a little worse. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal. We're going to do something else. Oh, was I not talking to you, my fellow ladies or gentlemen Aries? You're the cardinal. Hold up. Balance. You really want balance with situations. Why? What else is here? You haven't moved towards them, and it's time to move towards them. You have the six of swords in reverse and the 8 of wands. And the 8 of wands is consistent of fire energy, which you are. So it's time to start moving towards them. Ace of wands. Bring the passion. Get the passion. Become alive with it. I feel like you're supposed to start putting the work towards it. I feel like your message is fucking simple as hell. Like, it's almost like, you ever seen the movie Ghost, where he's like, get off my train, and he fucks up Patrick Swayze? I feel like you kind of like the ghost of the situation towards love or people, or have been. Kind of just let it go for a while. And it doesn't feel like it feels like at one point it did bother you, but then you got past it. But then you were like, I don't give a fuck. You know, like kind of energy. Here we go. Let's keep going. Oh, shit. I'll give you a little more with this, and then we'll move to another tarot deck. All right. Just move these in my ears a little bit better. Let's go. You don't lie to me. Don't you lie to me, Aries. You ain't been doing shit when it comes to moving out of that energy yet. I feel like it's just you've been stuck. It's telling me, the Hangman, you've been stuck in this shit, and you want to make a decision, or you're at that point where you have no choice but to know to make a decision. 9 of wands reversed, Queen of it's almost like this is your challenge, and emotionally, it's like you haven't tried to rush towards it. Who hasn't tried to rush towards it? There you are again. Hello. There you are again. I don't feel like it's something that you let continuously upset you. I feel like 7 of chalices reversed, you released it because you felt like you had truth and clarity, or were going to get balance on your own for a while. You just weren't inviting this shit around. 8 of pentacles, I feel like you were putting work into working at passions versus going towards celebrations. I feel like that's what's got to change. I feel like Aries needs excitement in their life. 4 of swords, 8 of swords reversed, 2 of wands, Queen of pentacles. Now, this will make sense to you if you stayed away from past situations, or you didn't jump into new situations, start speaking to brand new people. Basically, if you weren't flaunting your stuff and rushing towards situations, this is going to make more sense to you than somebody who wants to take flight, or who just, in other words, this ain't for the clingy ass Aries. If you were clingy ass Aries, this ain't your energy. All right. In other words, if you're a sex addict Aries, this ain't for you. I can't read your energy. I don't want to read that fucking energy. Just go fuck somebody else already, or would you? You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't working here. Here we go. What's up with the like button, guys? Come on. Give me some love, would you? I just looked up, was like 24, 55. Help me. All right. Let's go to the other tarot deck. I think I've had enough of this one for Aries. I'm going to give up. I don't know if I want to shuffle this one that way. I think it's going to bend. No, I got to shuffle it like a fucking baby. Ugh, like it's not even in my hands kind of energy. All What happened? It paused over here. Now it's way the fuck behind. Go back to it. See you later. Be right there, guys. We're still on the zodiac sign of Aries, if anybody's wondering what zodiac sign we're reading. Hi, LZ fan. Hello, Nancy. Does that say Beatrix? Kiddo, what's up? What's up, Tracy? Hi, Petra. Oh, I can't sit still today. No, it's not that I can't sit still. I want to fix the lighting. It's getting on my nerves, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to, so just bear with me. What if I change that color? Will that do something? Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. That might make me a little less red. Whatever fucking orange, whatever color I'm showing up at. I don't know. I'm probably just making shit worse. Who cares? Let's go. Here we go. All right. You have a lot of this shit showing up. Trust energy. Maybe the message is as simple as trust that if you put the work in, things can be different. I don't know. I'm going to see what you get. What's the message for Aries? April. Show me some messages for Aries for April. What do you got? I knew that bitch was showing. Devil card. Why is the devil here? Why is the devil here? It's telling me specifically what happened. So this is going to be for you or this isn't going to be for you. The devil card, the page of swords, and the 8 of cups. Not only does it show me that the conversations you may have had came off like too unhealthy or toxic. This guy doesn't trust him. Look at his face. That guy don't trust him. She don't trust him. So somebody said, the frig with this, I'm walking away. It's like I'm not tolerating your energy. I'm going to tell you, this may have happened with up to 3 different people. So in other words, you might have seen a theme of this happening. Not all of you, but some of you. The last 3 people you dealt with, where it didn't run very different from the previous one. What's up? 6 of Cups, 5 of Swords, the Star card, and Ace of Cups. Some of you try not to think about what went down. I get 2 things. Some of you may have tried to not think of what went down, or you tried to figure out what they were you wanted to know what that person was thinking. What? Why is the 6 of Cups with the 5 and the Star and the 8? Clarify that. Clarify that. Those 4. Oh my God. You got a bunch. Those hit first. Those hit second. Temperance, 10 of Wands. This got frustrating. It's telling me that you're the last card. It got frustrating. You felt like it wasn't working out. You felt like it wasn't working out, and you felt like you didn't want to be. You didn't really want to. You have this I don't want to tolerate energy. I don't have the patience for energy. 3 of Swords is over here with the Emperor. And I don't want to be upset anymore about it. I know that I don't want that. I just wanted balance. Some of you may have felt like you were better off on your own, not really opening up emotionally or doing that. Look at this. You shut down. You stopped talking. I think it's time to start trying to work on finding love and celebrations. I think that's your deep message for the month of April for the zodiac sign of Aries. Let's see if I can get you anything else for April, and then we're going to move on. Here we go. Show me something else for Aries for April. Show me something else. King of Swords and 8 of Wands. It's about communicating. It's about communicating, making those moves towards communication. How about that? My last video was like shooting an arrow, like the thumbnail, and that card is a female shooting an arrow. So some women have to start working towards talking, and some men need to move their ass towards speaking and making the moves emotionally, becoming strong enough to know what they're doing. Now it says, because this isn't what's been showing up or what you've been doing. It's time to move past that energy. Show me something else for Aries. It's time to put the work in. I don't know. Even if it's slow, it's time to put the work in. 5 and this, because nothing's going to change if you don't go towards it. If you don't, something about, I need to say, if you are not willing to try, nothing changes. It just stays like it has been. Show me some more. Show me some more about this. It doesn't really want to change what's going on. Not yet, at least. Here we go. So it tells me that you're not guarded, but so you're not guarded. You know, there's some kind of outcome that needs to happen. But why is this coming out like that? Some of you aren't sure if emotionally it makes sense to do this right now, because it's almost like the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Do I want to get hurt? Do I want to get hurt again? Kind of energy. When I can stay busy focusing on work. Well, the answer is, if you really want something, but you're not putting work into it, not speaking or trying to, that might be the work you're supposed to do. That might be the horse you're supposed to ride, the emotions you're supposed to take after, my friend Aries. Okay? Because I feel like you've been trying to be patient with it, not upset with situations, but I don't feel like you've been fighting for him either. I'll be your fucking parrot if I have to be your parrot, all right, Aries? Wow, baby. You're just like, the fuck with it. I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do this. And I don't know if I'll do it for every zodiac sign. You might get the bonus. Maybe I'll do it for everyone. This was the deck I was going to originally start with, but I didn't. Last minute, I switched it up. Here we go. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Aries. Show me something else. What needs to be seen for Aries throughout this month? Let me turn that way so I can breathe. What needs to show up for Aries? First card's out. Why is that? Why is it the first thing out? Now the next card's out. You got. I don't know. I don't even know if I need a third deck. I don't think it's going to let me read anything else for you. I really don't think it's going to give me. I was like, maybe I'll get. I'm all like, yes, I can read something else. Give them a different message. No, fuck no. Because I feel like this is the message you're supposed to hear. You look at this shit. You've got the 4 of Cups. That's the lonely person. And this card says peace, and the 2 of Swords is making a decision. Being emotionally accepting something maybe that you haven't tried to move towards or work with. Give me something else for Aries for this month. Show me something. Why is that reversed? Explain that. I get it. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. So now you got the Devil reversed. That's the Devil card reversed. 10 of Wands reversed. But then you have the 9 of Swords upright. Excuse me, that's the 8 of Swords. It's not the 9. Is that the fucking 9 or 8? Hold on a second. No, it's the 8 of Swords. So it's almost like you're trying not to be resistant. Wait a minute. What are these other cards? Really? So what it's telling me, and I don't care what your gender is, because it feels like it's riding for, like, it feels like if it was a surfing board and you were on it, you fell off that board either way, whether you're like the expert surfer woman or guy. But this part right here, it's almost like you know what you want to go after, or what you've been silent towards, or what you haven't put work towards, what you haven't spoken or communicated towards. But emotionally, see this card right here? Not talking, but then you've got, so maybe you're not talking, but you have the Ace of Cups. Emotionally, you still either have somebody on your mind, or you have to start working towards letting go of where you've been. This part makes me feel like it's release what's been behind you that's upset you. Move on. Move on. Don't let yourself restrict something else for that could come towards you. Go for balance. Hold up. Something else for Aries. Really? Come on. You spitting them out now. You're not supposed to feel defeated. And some of you feel defeated. This could be a cross watchers reading where they felt like they defeated, like the purpose just wasn't making sense. What the fuck? The defeat and the magician. I feel like you're not supposed to be defeated because he's staring at getting balanced. The magician's supposed to remind you how strong you can be from walking away or washing your hands of situations. Aries. Hold up. Princess of Cups. The Emperor. I want to see what comes out after you. So there's a woman, or it's both. It doesn't matter to me. There's somebody who just knows that that's what they've got to put the effort towards. Somebody's got to start putting the effort and emotions towards relationships and passions, because the Emperor's in reverse. Tells me it has not been going on. Then you got Earth power in reverse. It's almost like you let it go, and it's time to change that. Move towards it. Go to the bottom. So now it's telling me you may have, I'll go to those cards in a second. You may have walked away or allowed the separation to happen. Somebody may not have had a choice. An Aries may not have had a choice, or it was just like, once it was done, it was done. Okay, before we go there. I feel like you're supposed to move towards the things. Just because things didn't work out, it was never supposed to stop you from the fulfillment of finding love again. This is fucking a really different message for Aries. Holy hell. Compared to what I usually see. Temperance reversed. What have you discovered? It's time to do what? Some of you let it get to your head for too long. Or you just didn't go. It's like you didn't go after, you didn't chase it. Some of you like to be chased versus having to chase somebody. What the fuck? That's fucking okay. You weren't willing to emotionally chase somebody. You stayed kind of like, no, you better chase me. I'm not chasing you. Very stubborn with that energy. You weren't willing to put the work in it towards this love situation. They had to come back towards you. Some of you wouldn't have even acknowledged it's like you weren't going to pick up the phone or shoot the text message. It's just like, no, I'm not doing it. You have to do it first. It's like you wanted them to climb the ladder or do the work. I'm done. That's what I'm seeing for Aries, zodiac sign of Aries. That might not be for everybody, but I feel like if you've been away from a situation and you know that you weren't willing to talk to them or initiate it, then that was your fucking message, whether you want to admit it or not. All right. Sorry, not sorry. Is that what they say? Here we go. We're gonna move on to Taurus. We're going to move on to Taurus and see what we get. All right. That's why it paused, because I keep playing with my headphones. What's the message we have for Taurus? April message for Taurus. Hello, KC526. What's up, Lynette? Hello, Donna Martin. Diane Virgo. Hello. LZ fan, what's up? All right. Okay. The world. Some of you could have had to travel or move. Straight up, I get like you had to move, or you did travel last month, or you're going to in the upcoming this month or next month. Within the next 3 months, there's travel around you, or you moved, some shit like that, or you've been thinking about how to move, or where to move. Something about moving. I'm done. Let's keep going. Here we go. You're probably a woman. By the way, I feel like this is coming out to tell me or explain to me that it's a woman that's unsure of where she's going. unless it's planned. If it's planned and it's a vacation, that's different. But outside of that, it's you're wanting to move, or it was some of you came up. I get an unexpected energy. Well, whatever. Let's go. Here we go. Or faster than you expected if you did have to go or move. You just get away from something. Page of Chalices. 8. Why is that here? You had to get away from something, it's telling me. Something made you feel like I got to go. You give me I don't belong here energy. And I don't like the energy that I'm in, or I don't like the environment or the people. You give me like everything seems so down and negative, and like you don't want to put the work towards it at all. For you to have that 5 and then the Knight of Pentacles, because you got another 5 here. Now I want to see where we go with this. Hold on, Taurus. Some of you just knew a situation wasn't suiting you, whether it was a living arrangement or a situation where there was lack of effort with communication. I feel like there was a lack. The Strength's reversed, the Magician, the 6 of Wands is reversed, and you're very aware of it. So you probably didn't want to. This gives me the energy like the Death card. Like I didn't want to deal with it. It wasn't balancing out. So I made this. Why did these two want to keep showing up like brother and sister? This just makes me feel like you could have felt like you always were talking to them, or the work was always there at a time. There was always something there, but it just stopped. 10 of Swords. I hate to say this, but some of you might have got to see somebody for who they really are. That 10 of Swords, it feels like you might... I get 2 energies here for Taurus. You either saw somebody for who they are that you were really close to, or over time, it's almost as if like some of you, it's a matter of it started, it stopped. It started, it stopped. But I feel like more and more was shown over time. Clarify, Taurus. Could have been with a fire sign, or they could have fire in their chart. Definitely could be another earth sign, fire sign right now. We're going to maybe definitely earth or fire right now. Ace of Wands, the Emperor reversed, 8 of Wands. This is lacking energy, whatever it's about. It was lacking in communication or working towards it. Most likely speaking about it. Death card, 9 of Swords, kind of feeling at a distance from it. I get like it became unbeknownst, or just you have like this fade energy. 9 of Pentacles, like it became hush business, or somebody may have just accepted it, or felt like I'm going to accept it for a while until it's like, no, I'm not really emotionally wanting to. I'm too tired. I don't want to put the work towards this. Why is this not working out? You know what I'm saying? You might have got sick of being at a distance from it, or it might have even been feeling like emotionally it didn't have the value or the strength that was going to be worth the work. So it might have caused the reaction of change. It might have separated the situation, or you might have grown apart from each other because of it. That's what the fuck it says. Holy shit. Let's see. I feel like it was a growing apart energy. Yeah, it was. The fucking 2 people around the tree aren't looking at each other. The 9 of Wands, at one time, you were all in it to win it, both of you. And now with that 6 of Pentacles, I almost get an energy where it was like you guys were real good at one point, and then it just drifted or faded away. And now nobody knows if they want to work with it or they trust it. Or if it made sense to move on or move forward. The wheel. Does it make sense? Is it going to bring me wish fulfillment? Is it going to bring me the abundance, the keys of happiness that I want? Somebody wanted to know, but somebody else could have been curious though. Like I could get it anywhere, or just felt that way about it, whether it was you or them. Whether it was you or them, that's how somebody could have felt about this. Stability. Ooh. Ooh. I'm just going to put this out there. I'm going to put this out there. This makes me feel like somebody could have been in a situation where somebody never really was shown like how to be loved, or like I get a scared energy. If you were with somebody and you went towards them, this makes me feel like they were never really, if love came towards them, if love came towards them, the lovers, if it was communicating with them, they got afraid. Five of Pentacles, or fell out in the cold. They got stuck on this situation. They weren't used to this. They didn't know how to open up. Page of Swords. They might not have had things as simple in life, or learned. Things may have been harder for them, or just been harder for them to believe or trust or accept within themselves. I'm getting something about the past, passion, taking risks, and trusting them. This is what I'm seeing for Taurus. Let's see what else we can get you for April. All right. All right. Okay. I want to see what else comes up for you. I hope it's not the same shit again. Like, I don't want to read that again. I will, but I want something else. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it sits on a message and it won't let me change the energy, it's like it's got to be said. It's got to be said. I've learned that if it doesn't want to leave, it'll just keep coming out. Unless I ask specific different questions, then it might veer away, but it usually takes a minute. Here we go. All right. Show me something else for the zodiac sign of Taurus for this month, for April. Why is she here? What is up with that? Oh my God, you got so many. So many. I'm going to do it though. Now I'm so curious where this is going. I'm sticking with oh. Okay, I like it so far. I don't know what it's making me curious what I'm going to have to say. Why is it coming out like that? It gives me the energy where Taurus, it tells me you may want to find that partner, that wish fulfillment in love, marriage, acceptance, everything, the long haul. You want this, Taurus. Some of you, as much as you've wanted, it just makes me feel like it hasn't been around you. Something about this in reverse makes me feel like it doesn't feel like it's been around. You may be focusing on working more than focusing on a love situation for a good proportion of you. Or trying to figure out what's going to work or what I should go towards in work. Why is the Ace of Wands reversed with the Nine of Wands? This just makes me feel like when it came to, like if somebody wanted to set you up like a friend or something, I don't think it would have interested you. It doesn't feel like you wanted to go towards speaking or communicating with anybody. It just doesn't, it feels like you were unpleased about it or uncertain about it or just didn't care. You give me I don't care energy. Why is those two there though? I have two more for you. Explain the 5 and the 4 of Cups. What's up with this? You get a lot at once every time I shuffle for you. More than it's Aries, it was just like one. You're like 8 cards, 3 cards, like all at once. This one first. So it makes me feel like emotionally you've separated from worrying about being. It's like you don't worry about being alone. I think at one point you were up. This just gives me I was upset. I didn't like how things were going. It didn't make me feel emotionally. I didn't feel emotionally connected or right with the situation. I didn't know what to do with this. I know what I wanted. I know what I was thinking about. It just didn't work out. But you also give me the energy with that 5 and 4 cups where you got the memo. What's next? And you probably said, okay, I'll walk away from it. Maybe it was a Scorpio for some of you. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Definitely could have been a water sign. What else is here for Taurus? Definitely could have been a water sign. Doesn't have to be water sign. I'm going to tell you guys, it might have been a water sign. I feel like I need to tell you water sign, air sign, fire sign. somebody was okay over. It's almost like it was like the message is I needed to release this or let this be. Let this be what the fuck it's going to be. I can't get upset about it. They may have tried to communicate or work their way back towards you. I don't think that worked out very well for them. I don't feel like you wanted them coming back with the devil card staring. I feel like I'm going to say they may have thought about putting the work or effort to come towards you. I don't think you accepted it. I really don't. King of Cups reverse. You might not have accepted that offer. Go to the bottom. Go to the bottom. I want to see what you get. And if you did accept the offer, it only lasted for so long. What? So 2 of Cups, the King of Cups reversed. But then it goes to the taking the risks with it, wanting to balance it out, or give it a second shot, give it a go again. But emotionally, it didn't seem like it was being fulfilled. Or emotionally, things didn't feel like they were changing. And you started to trust it was better to leave this alone. You have the Star card here. And I feel like you didn't want to be upset all over again. Or fight in a direction that felt like it wasn't going to be secure. You might have just decided, I need to put more work and effort towards what I want and not get stuck in the suspense of relationships for a while. 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, 7. And it was easier to be on your own, it's telling me, and move in that direction. And you might have had to just identify it and accept it for what it was. So Taurus, you have an energy where you ain't letting a situation upset you. It's telling me you want that emotional recharge, connection. Some of you might even want to be able to find somebody so there's enough time to still produce a baby. What the fuck? But that's what I'm picking up on Taurus. All right. Let's keep going. Here we go. Let's go. I'll give you the other deck. I'm going to do that for Taurus too. All right. Let's do it. Why not? Hello, Amanda. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Taurus? What do we have for Taurus? Why? What? I don't feel like it's a loss of attraction. It doesn't come off as a loss of attraction, but I do get like, this is fucking weird. I feel like a loss of appetite towards the situation or celebrating with whoever you dealt with. It wasn't a loss of attraction. It didn't feel like it was making sense to continue. Go with it. Hold on. Defeat. I feel like you wanted to move on or let it go. It just doesn't match what you were expecting. I don't feel like whatever you dealt with was making it feel like it's going in the right direction. Let's keep going. Show me something else for Taurus. I should have just put it out. It was the card I would have touched if I didn't fucking shuffle and look at this. So whatever you were investing in, whatever you were looking to trust, let's do it together. I love when that happens. You moved away from. You fucking moved away from. Because I feel like at the end of the day, again, we're going to do it. Magician and the Knight of Wands. It wasn't feeling playful. You weren't feeling like it was making sense to go in that situation. You weren't going to put the work towards this situation. We got 2 more gray ones. Let's see them. Knight of Cups emotionally was draining you. You probably were wondering if it was going to change emotionally or you're going to get communication. If you tried to work with it emotionally, you found out nothing was changing or the risks being taken weren't being balanced out. So you probably started focusing on work or just dealing with yourself for a while. I think that's what you did. I do feel like passion and love have been on your mind. I feel like you really want to be connected to a lover spiritually. Like you want it. You want to, you really want that. And I feel like this has been something that was on your mind since before that person. Like strong. Like you can't hide that from me. What? You might have felt like you got defeated when it was something you wanted to trust with this situation in love, or just had to let it go and move on and not deal with something that felt like it wasn't changing or you didn't have the patience for. Some of you may have felt like they didn't have the patience for you. Whatever that's about. It just feels like you kind of grew apart. Your reading so really gives me this grow apart energy. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Come on, guys. We got 102 people, 8 people, 12 people, whatever the number is. Hit the like button, would you? Let's match the energy. All right. We're going to move on to Gemini. How is everybody, by the way? How is everybody? Gemini, you're getting a cigarette, though. This is going to be rough tonight. I'm going to sleep like poo, like doo-doo. I've had a stiff neck for days. Like it's in my back. It's in my neck and in my back. But that's my stupid ass staying up at night watching TV. I'm not turning the television off. And then I'm like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. Oh, shit. Wasn't I supposed to sleep? I got to stop that shit. I haven't done it in a while, but now I'm doing it again. And it's like, no. Gemini. What do we got for Gemini? Gemini. No, I'm not watching anything good. One night, I left wrestling on all night, and I'm like, man, this shit has changed and sucks. I still watched it because I wasn't watching TV during the day. So I'm like, let me watch this. I mean, the clarity on the screen is fucking phenomenal. It's like you feel like you're there, but the choreo, like the it just sucks compared to like the 90s. It's horrible. So I was like, no, this sucks. Doesn't work for me. Maybe for the younger people it works. It didn't work for me. Another night, I watched fucking like the whole new season of Reacher. Like, what the fuck? And then waited for like episode 8 and watched that the next night. And then started watching a bunch of crazy, weird shit that just popped up. Probably like zombie shit. I don't even remember. It was on, and if I can't remember, it wasn't that good. Here we go. Reacher was good, but I don't know how they're going to continue it after that, or if they're going to have to come up with a brand new storyline, or if that was the end of it. I have no idea. Because I kind of got away from the scene of cable for a while, or just getting into that. Show me something for Gemini, please. Month of April. Month of April. Here we go. 4 of Swords. You are tired of thinking about something. Gemini. What's got the mind boggled? Because it's telling me your mind is frazzled. Frazzled dazzled. It feels like you don't know if you want to go left, if you want to go right. You may be struggling to figure out if you should just drop something. Should I just drop something? You better not be me, bitch. You better stay here. You better subscribe. You better tell your friends. You better get your fucking monkeys, your goddamn dogs, your cats, your relatives, their bunnies and shit to fucking open up a Google account. Fucking subscribe to Leo Fire 555. You better invest in that shit. Here we go. 5 of Chalice, the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. It's probably work related. For some of you, this is probably work related. Telling you to make your fucking animals subscribe. Teach them. 3 of Swords. You may feel like you're in an environment that doesn't feel like it makes sense. I think you're trying to hold in there, but you just want out. You want out, or emotionally, it sucks. It sucks. And I think you're aware of it. I think you're aware of it because I feel like it's telling me what you're dealing with. Oof. Show me something else for Gemini. Some of you are trying, I almost feel like you're trying to premeditate your future. Some of you Geminis are going to try to really focus on your future, or where you're going to work, what you're going to work, what you're going to do. Because I feel like whatever, you don't want to be, something about it, I can't be trapped. I cannot be trapped with my future, my destiny, my destination. It doesn't sit well with you. I just got like a shitty taste and my mouth went dry and it doesn't sit well with you. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, especially if you find that your mouth's getting dry. My mouth got really dry. What I just did was whatever. Let's keep going. That's strange. 6 of Wands, 4 of Wands. Some of you want to see things, success and victories, but you also feel like it's been far apart from meeting you. You give me this, it hasn't met me. Also give me an energy. What do I have right now that makes me happy? What the fuck? Something about your environment's kind of not making you feel. It's leaving a bad taste in your mouth. Something you've dealt with. I don't give a fuck if it's a guy. I don't give a fuck if it's peers. Something you dealt with that you've put work towards. You're trying to make a decision with, and you're trying to trust making the right decision. What the fuck? 8 of Challenges. You may have to internally investigate this shit or do it from your gut. Trust your internal instincts. Trust your internal revenue. That's what you got to do. You'll work your way out of it. And as of now, my message to you is don't let it affect your health or stress you out. You know what I'm saying? You might feel like you have truth and clarity about the situation too, or what the fuck's really going on, or why. I think you know what's going on. Something about you, you're aware. That 8 of Pentacles is you know what's not happening or working out correctly. You fucking know, Gemini. Don't lose any sleep or let your emotions get too invested in a shitty situation, especially if this is what's going on. 8 of Swords, ignore. It's in reverse. Don't let it mentally frustrate you or upset you. It's not worth it. That's the outcome you're supposed to face and trust, okay? I think you're very aware of it. Page, Empress. Some of you feel like things just haven't worked out. Like this just makes me feel like things didn't work out how you were planning, how you were expecting, what you were investing in. So when that happens, maybe the answer is to let it go and move on, because I feel like that's what you're working out the kinks to figure out right now. Some of you, also, I feel like you're trying to emotionally invest in what makes sense to you. Focus on what makes sense. This is probably really something. I feel like there's nobody that's going to be able to talk you into this. I feel like this is something you're going to have to do on your own. I feel like you have to emotionally accept what's going to make you happy, and nobody's going to change that for you. Nobody. Not a person you deal with. It's going to be a decision you make. It's going to be letting go of things and being emotionally available and doing things that are going to make you happy. Some of you, it's going to be about being independent and trusting your own independence. Some of you are going to make some sacrifices, or that's what's coming up for you, Geminis. Don't tell everybody you're something about that 9 of where I don't know where she is, but that 9 of Pentacles, she's going. Shh! Don't tell everybody your plans. Don't let everybody know your next move. I feel like it's the like that's the smart thing. Don't tell everybody. Don't let too many people know. Especially if things seem different or out of balance around people. If it seems that way, don't do it. Anything else for Gemini? Off. Turn that off. Hey, why is that on the table? Gemini, why is that on the table? What do you want me to see? You have a letting go energy. Some of you are going to start. This is a letting go and starting over energy. The Ace of Pentacles and the Death card. Letting go and starting over energy. I don't feel like you want to deal with conflicts. Some of you don't have. Some of you feel like it's not worth having conflicts or communicating with stuff. Some of you are going to start really focusing on things that you think you're passionate about. That's what you're going to aim on the things that excite you. You're going to start really focusing on other things that you could do that excite you. And it's all going to be with you trusting yourself and just letting the outcome roll, just going after the judgment. I don't feel like you want anything to slow you down. think you're just going to try to put that effort in. I think you know this. And there you are again, Gemini. I think you're very aware of the situation. Here we go. Let's see what else I can get you. Let's keep rolling. Gemini. Diane, thanks. I see your message. There we go. Month of April for Gemini. Show me something for Gemini, please. What do you got for them? Go to the middle. Do something different for a change. Let's see what you got. Got two that wanted to come out. Both balance cards. Page of Swords. So when it comes to communication, I feel like it's gonna be. Some of you may feel like people aren't listening to you. They aren't listening, or they're not paying. You may feel like people aren't paying attention to you. If this happens to Gemini, fuck them. Pay attention to yourself. I actually really like the advice I'm giving you. Let's keep going. The Chariot reversed, the Eight of Swords. Some of you may have tried to move towards something or work towards something, and whatever this was that you wanted to work towards, it didn't work out. Some of you, it could have been something. It feels like an investment, maybe a vehicle. Something didn't work out. Something didn't play out. Could have had issues. Hold on. Show me why you're saying that to Gemini. Clarify before I say anything. I need some clarification. I want to see where that goes. You get the bottom and this one. Good. Thank you. Hell yes. I just get this energy that there's going to be situations that try to frustrate you, or that when it comes to being emotionally like excited or fascinated with it, it's just going to get you kind of upset. I feel like you got to have restraint through this might be for the next several months with bullshit around you, just for a little while. You might have to be, you give me, I've got to be resourceful, and I've got to be ahead of situations, or just know what I want and focus on what I want more than worrying about all the chaos around me. Fuck the chaos around me. Fuck that. Fuck the shit. Fuck the show. Three of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords. Cut that nonsense out. Don't let anybody tell you shit. So I'm going to tell you that, as far as, or if you feel like you have been cut out, the Moon, I feel like you're gonna. It's a matter of not focusing on what's been done or being upset about it. It's a matter about where you're going with that 10 of Pentacles energy. 7 of Pentacles just makes me feel like you know where you've been, and now it's time to bring in balance. Yes. I like this. So some of you've had issues at work, or you've had issues in love, it says. I see you straightening out the love situation. Eventually, love situation is going to get straightened out. You have justice reverse, the balance, and the Devil here. You have the Four of Wands, the 10 of Cups, the Four of Swords. You may have released the energy of wanting to focus on love situations, romance for a while. I think you just kind of, you became you give me a distance. It became at a distance from you. And I feel like this is down here is telling me you're going to start fixing it. That tells me you may start fixing this. 5 of Wands. It wasn't something that was showing a lot of desire in your life. It's almost like it evaporated kind of energy. 8 of Wands to the Sun card. You're going to start working on that and making yourself happy. And I feel like that's going to, I feel like that does take a lot of strength, but that's the right direction. Let's keep going. Show me something else for Gemini, please. Show me anything else you want them to see. Some of you have learned that it's easier to let things go that just don't feel like they're making sense or working out. Stopping to start over. You have I'm going to have to just accept. You haven't accept. I'm going to accept what is energy. Hold on. And I'm going to move on. The World card upright. I'm going to move on. She's going to move on, or he's going to move on. I'm going to keep going. Show me something else for Gemini. Anything else for Gemini? The Lover's reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed. It's just telling me that, where's this going? You have not been talking about things that upset you. No, it's telling me a bunch of shit. It's telling me you're going to move away from situations that have upset you, but it's also telling me the Lovers reversed, the Queen of Cups. It almost feels like you haven't been attached to going after passion at all for a while. You've definitely not been doing that. I do feel like you will start doing this again with the Fool card and the King of Cups. Knight of Wands and the Queen. It just makes me feel like you're gonna start opening up or working with what matters to you from your heart space. I feel like you stopped for a while. Stop giving into that energy because the Knight of Wands is in reversed. And the Queen of Wands is upright. But then you have the Knight of Swords. So you stopped moving towards opening up or speaking about or entertaining victories that you could have or looking for them for some of you. Here we go. You stopped communicating or you were mentally and emotionally frustrated and exhausted, it's telling me. Motherfucker. This is telling me some of you are mentally and emotionally exhausted. Some of you, it made it easier not to communicate. It was easier not to communicate or work with situation, or something was just stressing you out to the point where it was like, I got to make a decision and I got to get out of this energy. This is really telling me. Now I'm getting why it keeps showing me this card. You have an energy that's showing me. It was like you knew the decisions needed to be made. The Star card makes me feel like emotionally, you weren't feeling like anything's making sense or uplifting you emotionally. Seven of Swords, you weren't sure of what to trust or what to work with. And you definitely know that. Mentally, you weren't sure of what to trust or what to work with that Hermit card. Eight of Pentacles reversed. And I feel like you're trying to figure out making sense of what to trust or what to bring home, what to hold on to, what's going to work, what do I trust, and what can I hold on with? Or what should I hold on to? What didn't work? What am I supposed to trust that works? What am I supposed to hold on to that makes sense? Some of you, the question is what's in front of you, and this may be some of you. It's is what's in front of you making you happy? You have to answer that on your own. I can't give you that answer. You'd have to answer it for yourself. Some of you, it's almost like an investment's going to change, or you're going to leave it behind. There's something you may leave behind. I just get this. It wasn't giving you. It may have felt like you were walking down that road at one time with that Ace of Pentacles, and everything was happening correctly, and now all of a sudden, that road disappeared. Whatever the fuck that's about. It also tells me you may have emotionally walked away from trying to juggle work and love. Work and situations. Hold on. Why is this here, though? I have every card. It's like you emotionally you got stuck. Some of you didn't really. Some of you, it's almost like whatever didn't work. I feel like you recognized it. I feel like if it did stress you out, it stopped, but then it does again. But then you try to act like it doesn't or ignore it. I feel like you want to move forward, but emotionally you might be feeling a little bit empty. You give me I feel empty with my emotions or unsure very strongly. Whatever that's about. I feel empty with my emotions right now or unsure energy. It's almost like I feel like you're like, I don't know what to do. Mentally and emotionally right now. Okay. And look who's on the bottom of that deck. You. Let's go to the other deck for you. Here we go. What do we have for Gemini? The month of April for Gemini. Whatever needs to be said, whatever needs to come onto the table. Let's hear for April for Gemini. A couple more shuffles. Month of April, Gemini. Here we go. Show me something for April. I'll do it. I'll do it. It wanted to try to. It didn't want to go back. You have. Okay, some of you are gonna. You're trying to learn about making the mess. It's almost like you're trying to. I get like I need to clean up a mess or focus on an investment or learn about what I want to invest towards. Whatever that's you. Oh, that's where you're at. King of Wands. I feel like you're starting to get your fire back or your passion back. I feel like you may have Leo rising. Maybe I'm going to stick with Leo rising. I don't think it's Leo moon. Maybe it is Leo moon. Could be Leo moon, but it feels like Leo rising. You may be a Leo rising or moon. I don't know. Something like that. Show me something. You're going to start putting a lot of work towards something. And I feel like the more work you put towards where you want to see yourself, the better off you'll be. And the best part for your reading for me is don't fear anything that you try to go towards or that you want to do. Something about definitely trust and believe in yourself, Gemini. Here we go. Just run with it. The Chariot. Rush towards that motherfucker. Trust. You don't have to trust me, but you better trust the tarot. And I hope you take action with that shit. I hope you make that decision. And while you do it, don't let nothing upset you. Don't let anything upset you mentally or emotionally, Gemini. The fuck with that. Show me something else for Gemini while I'm staring at the Gemini card. You might find something out. Some of you might find something out, or somebody's going to find something out, whether it's you or somebody around you. Somebody's going to find something out. I feel like something's going to be shown for you, Gemini. And I feel like you're going to have to really think about how you want to entertain whatever gets spilled out or whatever comes back around and gets put in your face. You're going to have to really think about how you want to deal with that. Whether that's in your personal life or whether that's in your career, could be either one. Give them the 3. You might just see there's somebody that you can't trust. I'm going to tell you, there's something of an untrustworthy person. It could be a guy. Something about him, I do feel like it's situated around work. It could be work or someone you dealt with. And he does come off like he's younger than you. You give me a petty energy. You might have had a petty ass person around you, whether it's a woman or a female. I mean, a woman or a female, a woman or a man. Excuse me. Whether it's a woman or a man, petty energy. Petty ass bitch. Hold on. It's probably a guy. I feel like it's a dude. And I don't feel like you're supposed to focus on it. I feel like you're supposed to focus on where you're heading. I feel like that's the key for you. Something didn't work out and you might not have worked out, and you might have lost the pleasure of even being in the situation too. Hold up. Emotionally, something just comes off like it was extremely destructive and making you unfucking happy. I feel like something was coming off very destructive and making you unhappy, and you got tired of it. I think you got tired of it. I think you got sick of feeling like, what the fuck? It feels like a lack of trust. What's going to happen for you? Here you are. Some of you may feel like you haven't had time for your emotions, or working with your emotions has been tough. That's something you're going to start seeing for yourself, or you've already seen for yourself. And I feel like you will start changing it. I feel like you've been at a distance with this. And I feel like the love and your heart won't be able to ignore this much longer. I don't feel like you'll be able to ignore this much longer, my Geminis. What else is here? You have a let go or a cut out energy, or going towards situations, celebrations. Why? What's here? Passions. Next card. I stopped working towards the things I want. I just pulled away. I backed off. Why is the strength card here? Go to the bottom. Somebody stopped focusing on things that made them happy or they were attached to. They cut the cord, they cut away from it. I've only focused on business or trying to figure something about business or figuring out what's going. I get like, where's this road going to take me? What's going to happen? Something like that for Gemini. I think this is all I got for you. Anything else for Gemini? Something made you feel stuck. Something made you wonder if you should even entertain it or play with it, or if you should fucking move away from it. That's what I have for Gemini. All right. So April, you might have to be in that challenge position of trusting yourself and knowing whether something's worth working with or walking away from. Anything else? Some of you want to be your own boss. Some of you don't want any more conflicts. Some of you want to be your own boss, but you also want to make time for things you love, is what it's telling me. Those are going to be the two things you focus on in April. Being patient too, letting things that don't let anything upset you in April. Keep that at a distance. If stuff upsets you, just remove yourself from it, or just be resistant. Don't say something that you may regret. I feel like some of you may need to hear that. And I feel like I'm telling you that early. Like that could be like the 3rd or 2nd week of April, whatever. Somebody's energy makes me feel like they deal with somebody who's a show off. You give me, I've dealt with somebody who I think's a show off, or who I think's manipulative, and the World card, who I think I need to get away from. I feel like you want to be I feel like you feel like ball and chain. I got to be released, or I got to get away from it energy. Next card's 5 of Cups reversed. I just got to walk away or get it out of here. It's got to go. I don't want to work with it. I don't want to work with it energy. I'm not trying to work with this energy. You're not socially feeling attached to it or involved. I'm done. Or involved. That's what I got for Gemini. All right. Holy hell. It'll get better. It'll get better, Gemini. All right. Hi, everybody. We're only on Cancer. If anybody's wondering where we are, we're just on Cancer. All right. What is the message for Cancer? Show me something for the zodiac sign of Cancer. Here, maybe that'll take some of. It's probably gonna get bright as hell because I did that. But I feel like it'll take a little bit of the shadow away. Just a little bit. Here we go. If you haven't seen the background and you're new to the channel, I'll move so you can see it. Get my big ass head out of here. Oh. Before we do Cancer, oh, I thought of something hilarious. And I don't usually do that when I'm like driving, but I thought about taking you guys through the drive-through, putting you on a live and being like, "Hey, you got any fucking donuts? This is Peter Griffin. I'm fucking hungry as a motherfucker." I thought about like going through the drive-through talking like Peter Griffin today. I was laughing on the way home. Like, and don't you fucking fuck with my coffee either, motherfucker. The last time I came here, the coffee tasted like poop. Did somebody shit in my coffee? And I swear I tasted some fucking hair. Like just being fucking retarded at the drive-thru. The weird thing about it was I was like, I can't do it if it's a female. Like I was like, if it's a woman on the other end, I'm not doing it. Like I'd have to work up to being, and I'd have to be careful with what I say. But if it's a dude, because it was a dude on the, like when I bought this coffee, it was a dude. I was like, I really want to fuck with him. Go to the window, get to the window, and just be like, do the Peter Griffin laugh and drive off. I was dying when I thought about that. Anyways, let's keep going. Cancer. Here we go. April, Cancer. Zodiac sign of Cancer. What do you want for April? What do you got for April? What is here for them? I get a strong independent strength inside of you for the month of April. And some of you guys know where you've been, what you've been doing. Some of you guys haven't really. I feel like some of you guys haven't swung for the fence towards like relationships. I feel like investments, something about investments. I haven't invested in them. I've only tried to focus and be practical on my investments. Hold on. Clarify that. Clarify that, please. Show me what needs to show up for Cancer. I have a feeling I feel like you're going to end up going towards speaking and communicating, starting brand new, starting fresh. I got to start fresh. This may make more sense to you if you have not been speaking or communicating with people, putting in the trust, work, or effort. Here we go. And when I say people, I mean like a lover. If you haven't been focusing on love or the passions of love or igniting your heart, or if you didn't trust going towards it, I get a stayed away from it energy. I feel like you're going to start putting the work in it. I feel like it's time to renew that energy. The death card reversed. I feel like you're going to start moving towards something that you kind of let go of or stop working with. There's a strong energy of I didn't want to trust love, move towards love, or communicate with love for quite some time. Seven of Pentacles. I stopped investing in it. It's in reverse. I'm not even looking. She ain't even looking at that shit. And I think she's starting to either reevaluate the situation or recognize, maybe I should do that. Anything for Cancer, please. Emotionally, you may be ready for that. Hold up. These two first. You definitely ready for some kind of working towards being emotionally supported, invested, or investing in somebody else. That work is either something that's coming towards you or you're going to start putting work towards. And a lot of it has to do because you kept yourself away from it. This just tells me now you're going to start playing with it. I feel like you're going to start playing with it. That Knight of Wands energy just makes me feel like you're going to start moving towards something that you weren't moving towards. Holy shit. You've got 5 and 5 on the table, bottom and top of the deck. I feel like this is the changes and the sacrifice you need right now for some of you Cancers. It's almost like you didn't want to go look at this. You didn't want to go towards love. You stepped off. You definitely stepped off for a minute. You not only didn't step off, you stopped talking. Some of you stopped talking to a lot of people. I feel like relations, friends, like you just ghosted shit or just backed off. It's telling me something, and I'm not trying to upset you, and I'm not trying to trigger anybody, but I'm going to tell you what it's telling me. 9 of Wands reversed with the 3 of Swords upright. I feel like things weren't making you happy. Nothing was shining bright. Nothing. The 4 of Chalices, emotionally, you were trying to release that. King of Chalices, it was just too much. And then you recognized that nothing was going to excite you or make you happy, but you also kind of might have sat in that a little too long emotionally. It may have made you very tired, or you may have felt at a distance. You might have felt like you were at a distance. I'm going to tell you that 3 of Wands energy with the 6 of Wands was with getting victories or balance, or even wanting to speak or talk to somebody, making the powerful energy of change. You knew that was going on. I do feel like work career, or maybe health was something you focused on. And I feel like now you've got to get kind of centered, start focusing on this, because this is reversed and this is reversed. So I feel like you sat in the energy of working with yourself, or recognizing what you weren't working with, or even maybe trying to focus on your health, or situate situations. You give me also planning energy. You might have been planning situations, or trying to make the right thing, make the right moves when it came to work, or career. But I feel like this was in the middle, and I feel like this is the decision that's surrounding you. Is trying to fix that gap. There's a gap here. I feel like a gap, and I feel like you're trying to acknowledge if you should trust doing this. I'm just going to tell you, Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You should make that decision. I feel like you should. I feel like you got 2-2-2 on the table. Make the decision. The decision's probably the smart choice for you. I feel like you've held off for too long, and I feel like it's all about you getting excited about trusting that energy, trusting yourself, Cancer. See what else we get for you. So if you've been single for a hot minute, if you disengaged from a shitload of people, did your own thing for a while, that's great. But if you feel like it's time to kind of climb out of climb out of that climb out of that area, it's probably a good idea. I feel like it's a good idea for you. Here we go. I don't know. I'm going to do this one first. See what we get for you, Cancer. See what we get. Strength, God, I love it. But I have no idea. You were being strong, and you were being resistant and patient. And I think you know what you were doing here. I think you know that you were being strong, resistant, and patient. You were not fucking talking to nobody. You weren't playing with love situations. You were not emotionally in it to win it for a minute. Why is this man here? I think you're breaking free of that habit, that feeling. Could be a woman or a dude. There's a woman in the star card, a man in the Four of Swords. Somebody's ready to communicate. Somebody's ready to start moving in the direction of going towards it, committing towards it, celebrating energy, having somebody around energy, making that decision, putting the work in that decision. It might work out in your favor. You may get a victory. And the best part about this card is I feel like you've got nothing to worry about, but just going through doing it, moving towards it, baby. That's what I feel like you need to do. All right. Emotionally, it's about starting over and finding. It's almost like it's a good energy for you. I feel like you have a good chance of starting over because you were patient, you held back, but now you have a good chance that you could find something that's worth the effort, potentially. Let's see where this goes. Clarify the Lovers, please. See where this goes for Cancer. Show me something, please. Came flying out. I don't know what it is. 7 of Cups, balance. So you have trust in communication. Some of you have seen some of you have visited situations where when they didn't work out, you didn't get balance, they made you upset, they didn't feel like they were fighting for you or fending for you. You had to learn how to trust doing things for you for a while and not letting anything. There's my Nicolas Cage card. That motherfucker right there looks like Nicolas Cage. Like if I could show you, I always see Nicolas Cage when I look at, I can't, it's hard to do this. When I see this card, am I pointing at the right one? Because the fucking camera's like backwards. This, this card, I always see Nicolas Cage. I didn't notice it earlier if it came out. I feel like you're trusting yourself. You're not going to be upset. I feel like some of you, this is fucking strange. I don't know how many this is going to make sense to, but I just picked up that some of you have this energy where it wasn't about you trying to make people accept you or happy. It was just things weren't fucking making sense or working out or making you happy. It wasn't, things felt off. And I feel like you're going to start over again and try to find the happiness that wasn't working out in the past. And I think it's a good risk for you to play with. I think you being emotionally open or available to opening up again, coming back around, I think that's probably a good idea for you. Anything else for you? Anything else for Cancer? If this reading makes sense, you thought about it, then you said no. You thought about it again, wanted to move towards it, but then I'm going to tell you, you didn't. You've had these thoughts or feelings more than one time. If this makes sense to Cancer. And I don't think you've approached the changes of moving towards it emotionally yet, but I think that's what you're supposed to figure out in April. I feel like that's what you're supposed to be trying to go after. Some of you guys don't talk or communicate with a water sign or a fire sign, by the way. I'm just going to put that out there. This is what I have with this tarot deck. I'm going to move on. Here we go. There's no more communication with them, or I don't see much communication at all, if any. I didn't see any on the table. I don't feel any right now. Let's keep going. What else do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? What else do we have for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Just one shuffle. The Sun. Clarify this. Your message is about going after things that are going to make you happy. I feel like you need to start playing with this energy. You have that Knight of Wands and the Sun card. Finding the fulfillment in the changes that are right, that are going to fit you like glue or feel right to you. Energy. Things that you might not have worked with, or something about even imagine getting balance with. And I feel like what it is the excitement of falling in love or working something out with somebody. Whether some of you, I get it. Some of you may want to work something out with somebody in the past. I'm not picking up, like, if that's you, maybe it's good for you. The majority of you, I'm just getting, I want somebody in my life. And I want to take care of somebody, but I want somebody to take care of me energy. So I'm picking up on you. Here we go. The High Priestess and moving forward. And I feel like you're trying to trust the journey or heading in that direction. Going towards love. It's time to go in that, to move towards it. I don't know what else to tell you. It's time to move towards it, Cancer. You know it is. You know it's time to put the work in. King of Pentacles and the Moon. You know it's time to put the work in. You have. I haven't been putting in the work. I kind of dumped out the cups. I feel like you were very calm and collective about it too. It might have pissed you off for a hot minute, but you got over. It gives me I got over it. You could be a male or a woman. That motherfucker was not emotionally burdened for too long. I feel like if it didn't excite you or make you feel very passionate about it, you stopped putting work or playing with it. If it wasn't feeling like it, if it felt like something that was causing more problems than solutions, you recognize I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to be emotionally attached or burdened by a situation. I can put it at a distance kind of energy. Give it some thought. The Magician. I don't have to trust it. I don't have to feel defeated energy. Show me something else for Cancer. Work. Why is the work card here? You keep getting a very similar theme here. I've got to start. I feel like you started working more towards your goals and yourself. I feel like the chaos, the bullshit of life, you got sick and fucking tired of. But now you're moving towards recognizing, you know, God, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be fucking nice to fall in love again or be with somebody that I love and that loves me? I feel like this is what Cancer's been going through. I feel like Cancer knows this, that they want that. They're missing that connection. They're missing the casual connection, the communication, and the time that they invest. You know what I mean? They want to be able to know, like, they want that feeling. I don't know what else to say. What else came out? The 7, you feel at a distance with it, but you know you want to start trying to rush towards it or put the work in it, Cancer. That's your card. You know you want to start, internally you want to start working with it or moving towards it. You definitely know that. There's another working towards it card. It's going to start. It may start off slow for some of you. It just tells me the communication may start off slow, or the work, the effort with it may start off a little bit slow. But it's going to bring peace. It may bring peace to your life that you wanted. This is what I see for Cancer. Anything else for Cancer? Could be somebody. He could be older than you. This next connection could be older than you, or she could be older than you, whatever. I'm going to tell you, they could be like, this is, show me again. Show one more. You may have dealt with water sign, fire sign, it's telling me. Some of you could have been definitely fire, water, or air sign. Some of you, it's a fire, water, air sign you may have dealt with in the past. But going forward, I think you're going to end up dealing with a fire sign, earth sign. The hell? Any other sign that wants to show up for Cancer? You got two. Fire sign, victory, or water sign even. Some of you could end up with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio like yourself, or an earth sign. Fire, water, or earth could be your next thing for you. The next direction you move towards, or the next happy outcome. The next thing that you're very attached to or passionate towards. The next thing you set in as feeling like it's bringing in absolute abundance and balance, security, pleasure. That's what the next card says. Something that's going to help you feel like your heart's open, you're getting balance. It's going to keep you feeling at a distance from being emotionally available or attached. And I like your reading because I feel like that you're going to be, I feel like it's just going to bring in happiness, make you emotionally happy, feel like you manifested something or something came at you that you weren't expecting. And it's something about a powerful love connection. That might not all unfold in April, but I feel like that's where you're going. Okay. All right. I don't usually say this about Cancer, but I think you pulled my heartstrings, bitch. Like, why, you motherfucker? You like, I really do. I think you were my favorite reading so far. You got my heartstrings a little bit on that one. Your reading just felt like it's like it needs to happen. I just gotta like be real. Like with, it felt like it's long overdue, baby, kind of energy. And I liked it. I liked it more than I think. I can't even remember half the other ones because it's just like that reading kind of, it put me in my feelings a little bit. And I had to and that's when I notice sometimes I have to work harder because I can't bring what I'm feeling into the reading because then I don't feel like it's going to work, or I don't feel like I'm telling the truth. And I can't do that. I'm not built like that. All right, here we go. Leo in a second. Here we go. Only take what may resonate. I'm not going to get everybody's energy. You know what I mean? Not every time. And I honestly probably glad that I don't, because I'd probably be fucking exhausted to shit afterwards. Here we go. Leos, what do we got for you? I really liked Cancer's reading. I hope it makes sense. And I hope if it hasn't fallen into place, whether it's in April, I don't give a shit if it's in April, May, June, July, any months throughout the year. I just hope it starts to make sense and find you, or you find it. That would make me happy for Cancer. But now we're on Leo. Leo's energy. A month of April. What do we got for Leo for this month? What's the message for Leo? See what comes out. You are starting off. I don't remember who got that, but somebody got trust right off the bat. I think it was Aries. You need something of trust. Clarify that for the zodiac sign of Leo. Here we go. What are you trying to say to Leo? Let's see what we got. Show me what's here for Leo. Wow, they're coming out like vicious. They're coming out more like, I'm here, bitch, than any other tarot card that have come out. All the other ones are like, yours are like, what the hell? Here we go, 10 of Wands. They're still doing it. The World is reversed. 2 of Pentacles and the Fool. Some of you guys feel like you need a great escape. The High Priestess in reverse, the Knight of Wands. It feels like things haven't been going in your favor kind of energy. I don't know why it's coming out like that, but that's how it's coming out. I feel like Leos are really trying to find balance right now, or wanting balance in their lives. 10 of Wands. I don't feel like it's shown up. The Fool. This just makes these 5 cards make me feel like that change hasn't happened. The 2 of Pentacles in the World, like things that haven't felt like they've flexed forward enough strongly. They don't feel like they're flexing forward enough. I don't give a fuck if that's in career, love. It feels like everything. Clarify anything for Leo. Show me something for Leo. Some of you, it's with committed energy, commitments, finding commitments, going towards them, maybe even knowing if it's something you want to work with, or if you can trust going towards it. Some of you are trying to figure out, like, is something worth working with or not? And I don't feel like you're trying to carry burdens or stress. And you know that that's not what you want to do, but you may have felt like that's what you were handed, dealt with. And look who was handed it. You were handed it. I feel like some of you may have felt like it almost gives me like you felt like you were under a rock or not getting what you were looking for. And you became very aware of this. Look at the cards. 6 of Wands, not getting the success or victory. Whether it's, socially, some of you it's about being patient. Some of you it was about not getting the communication. Here we go. Or the passion, or seeing either one change. Something about this 10 of Swords energy is like, I feel like you're like, shit needs to change. Here we go. Ace of Wands is reversed, and Knight of Swords. And I don't think you like sitting in energy like that. I feel like it almost makes me feel like I can't get frozen. I'm the fire sign. Ain't nothing freezing me. I'll burn. I'll melt that shit kind of energy. Show me something for Leo. Page of Wands. There was lack of communication or effort towards it. There wasn't good balance with communication, it's telling me. You may have felt emotionally distant, or somebody felt emotionally distant from you. I feel like you know about this. You're very that just gives me aware energy. Ace of Cups, something made you feel stuck. The Magician, the Chariot, and I feel like you wanted to just not be stuck in any energy like that. I don't think you liked it. Show me something for Leo off those 4, please. What's the message? You may have tried. I feel like you started to try to work towards situations or people, investments. I feel like you tried to work with them, but it wasn't really moving forward like you were hoping to manifest. I feel like you wanted to build with them, but you felt at a distance from it. Emotionally, you're trying to accept things to change. You're not trying to be upset or focus on investments, but at times mentally it does upset you, or the endings, or putting a lot of work and effort towards what? Bottom. Building away from things that don't make sense, or some of you are like, I don't want to have to feel like I'm rushing towards another sacrifice. You come off like, I don't want to feel like I'm going to sacrifice, anything right now. What? Whether it's love, whether it's happiness, whether it's investing, whether it's love, happiness, career, you don't want to feel like I got to sacrifice shit. 3 of Swords. I'm not putting up with bullshit energy. I don't want to put up with it. It's almost like I know what I want to invest in, but at the same time, emotionally, Why do I feel like I'm in a challenge? You've come off like I'm in a challenged position right now. Emotionally, mentally, shit's not been working out for Leo. I'm not showing you all that. We're gonna go to the next cards. It tells me that things don't feel like they're working out as high hopes or aspirations as you may have wanted to see manifest. I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna just open up a bunch of ugly. I don't feel like I need to. I feel like if that makes sense to you, that makes sense to you. Here we go. We'll do this one. I need coffee. I'm not going to make it through all the signs with that coffee. Oh, well. Okay. Here we go. Leo. The month of April. Why is this here? Clarify it. Clarify it. Flipped over my hand. Some of you have just had this... Hold on. I don't want to say anything yet. It's too early. There we go. Ooh. Some of you, you guys have a challenged reading. Some of you kind of come off like I feel at a distance. I don't want to feel at a distance with burdens. I don't want to feel at a distance with happiness, celebrations. I don't want to feel at a distance with it. But I don't trust it either. Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups. And emotionally, it's probably that feels like it's making you want to focus on yourself. It doesn't make me feel like you're trusting the passionate option or beginning, the start of it. Seven of Swords reversed. I don't feel like you're emotionally feeling like there's an investment that feels right to tackle. It comes off like I would like to emotionally move towards this, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of keeping, I'm not wearing my heart on my sleeve. Some of you guys are trying to be patient with the situation or with the next chapter of the next outcome. That's what it tells me, the next outcome. Whether it's a relationship, whether it's being patient with yourself and not stressing out over things. But you're tired of playing tug of war. Look there's two people in there, and it looks like they're playing fucking tug of war. I feel like you're trying to figure out how not to be in this energy. Maybe figuring out, well, if it's not emotionally available or it doesn't see that it wants to put effort towards a situation, I got to trust it. I'm the strength card. I got to be the strength. And sometimes the answer is moving on. Fighting for balance or just looking to achieve balance. Because if it comes in like this, your answer is clear as day. You're not going to want to move towards it, or it's not going to make you fucking happy. Look you're not going to want to move towards it or want to continue to communicate. You're like, fuck that. I want something to come in like my fucking king or queen. Otherwise, what am I doing here? Is what your reading's telling me. Nine of Swords, Three of Cups. I want to be in celebration. I don't want to be stuck in my head. I want to manifest happiness. I want my imagination to be powerful. I want the right investment to work with. And I don't want to stress as I go forward with the truth and clarity of what the fuck I want. This is how you come out. One more. Five of Swords. It just makes me feel like you've been at a distance with finding peace with happiness for some of the Leos that are watching this. This just makes me feel like it's been a struggle, and you know this. You know that it's been a struggle to move towards it. Eight of Swords. I don't feel like you want to be trapped in it or at a distance from it. Let's go to the next tarot for you. All right. Well, damn, Leo. Wow. Here we go. Heat. Cold in here. This year's like, come on. It's April. It should be warm up here now. And it's not. I don't know how I've lived here so long. I like good climate, like above like 60, under like 85. 55, 85, around there. I like that. But when it's fucking 30, 40 degrees, I hate that shit. Especially when it's mostly here. I don't know how I've stayed here this long. Here we go. Leo. Let's see what else we get for you. If we can get a different story, we can. If we can't, we can't. Let's see what happens. What's the message for Leo April? What do we got? Show me something for wants to show up. The Empress. Why is she here? It almost feels like. Show me more before I say anything. Okay. There's a situation. It's making me feel like when it comes to figuring out what's going to make sense or what's worth moving towards or putting work and effort towards it, making a decision, you don't feel like you're part of the decision, or if you know what you want to move towards, but you're not wanting to feel stuck at the same time. This does pertain around a love situation and moving forward. Mentally, you don't want to deal with it, but you want it. You want to make things work out. I feel like you're getting tired of being patient. Some of you, it's with the existence of the career. It's almost like you're not trying to settle, and you know that you don't want to settle, or that you got to move towards a different outcome. It comes out like I need something to change. It needs to change, and I can't be at a distance from stuff for too long. And I know the energy here. If this is how it feels and you're looking for balance, you're going to go towards it. I feel clarify. Nope, not saying shit till we clarify the Ace of Cups for Leo. Clarify the Ace of Cups for Leo, please. It doesn't feel, it wanted to come out. I can't not give it to you. It doesn't feel like you're getting what you're looking for. What really makes you feel maybe part of the equation, you know, what makes you, I'm going to tell you, what makes you excited. It feels, as you come off, like I feel such at a distance from being excited. I'm mentally trying to be strong. I'm not trying to focus on things. I want things to work out. I want to work with them, but what the fuck is really working out for me? Because when it comes to love, it doesn't feel like it's making sense or bringing in the passion or the connection that you're looking for. You feel like it's been just not there. It's just, you don't feel like it's been showing up. The loss, I'm done. The victory reversed. It feels like it's not around or not communicating or not a part of what's going to, you're not enjoying this energy. I don't feel like you're supposed to. I feel like it's just what the fuck wants to come out, it's going to come out. Princes of Cups. Emotionally, I think it's made you think a lot about situations, and mentally, I feel like it's made you like, emotionally, should I deal with this? Mentally, what am I dealing with? Does it make sense? Chariot. So far, it feels like you're not really. It feels like it doesn't go. It doesn't feel like it's coming at you or you're going towards it. It feels like it just keeps going. Goodbye, kind of energy. Here we go. Show me something for Leo April. Why is this here? Why did that want to show up? I really want to know what this is. You may feel at a distance. It makes me feel like you're at a distance, or you've been on your own. Maybe the message is that's probably where you need to be. Queen of Wands. Don't stress about finding the happiness or playing with things that are going to make you happy. Show me something else for Leo before I move on. Show me something else for Leo before I move on. I feel like balance is going to be what you need to really focus on. Why is the balance card here? Balance, being emotionally available or moving towards something that feels emotionally available towards you. That's what I see for Leo. I don't think you're going to want to deal with trying to manifest things if you don't see change. So a lot of you, it's about, I had to see, or I had to go through shit in life to recognize what changes I want in my life, or what I'll accept in my life. And the High Priestess, what I'll trust, what I know I can trust and what I know I can't trust. This will probably make sense to you if you're single, if you haven't really been giving effort or giving in to a situation. You could be in a situation, but it may not feel like it's emotionally available to you, is how it comes out. You have the Strength card in you. You have the Strife card. You have the Hierophant. I feel like you emotionally feel at a distance. I don't think it's you may feel like lack of trust or reciprocation or not wanting to get mentally bothered by it at this point. It comes off like mentally you're at a distance with it, or the work hasn't been showing up for you, or the balance hasn't been making sense or being there. I don't and I feel like something's gonna change. Something's gonna end up having to change. What is it? It's a matter of not. It's kind of a matter of recognizing if it's not going to want to put effort or work towards me, then maybe I've got to let it go, or I got to keep it behind me. Keep moving. Maybe I got to just do a little more soul searching or working on myself. Some of you may have felt that way and stayed out of relationships for it. And if I'm saying that, I feel like I am directing it towards women. That felt like I needed to say that, and like the women might have been in that energy, and they didn't want to really go towards it for a while. Now, some of the men might be going through that energy currently, or may have gone through it recently. Show me something else, and then we're out of Leo. Work investments, 10, balance, the Emperor. I want to know what you're trying to say. What's going on? It just makes me feel like you're not trying to feel mentally overstimulated, anxious, tired, exhausted. Some of you may be trying not to be in that energy. I've been stuck in the energy of the opposite. Some of you are trying to figure out or be smart about making sure you're investing in what makes sense to invest in, or that it's the right choice to move forward with. Is it going to bring me peace? Is it going to bring me balance? That's what's on the table for Leo. Give it time. Give your energy time. Right now, this is going to make sense to the Leo that things don't feel like they've been moving forward. They don't feel like they've been moving forward, or you haven't been getting a lot of communication. And there you are. And I think you've given a lot of thought to this. All right, that's what I got for Leo. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right. Hello, everybody. Virgo. What do we have for the zodiac sign of Virgo? I should probably smoke a cigarette, so I don't smoke during Libra. Virgo. What's here for Virgo? I don't feel like Leo's reading is going to make sense to a shitload of people, and that aggravates me, and I hope that in my comment section after the video I'm wrong, but I don't know if I'm right or wrong on that one. I felt like that one was tricky. We'll see in due time. I don't know how I feel about Leo's reading, but let's move on. It's too fucking late now. Virgo. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Virgo? For April. Show me something for April. What's here for April for Virgo? One more shuffle. Ooh, it jumped out of the deck. I do like what I see so far. Some of you, I think you know about this because you've probably already experienced this energy. This right here makes me feel like the past is not something you're lingering in. That makes me feel like you're not letting something that's been dealt with get to you. Ooh, watch out too if you have old wounds for them to hurt. Fuck. Virgo, watch out. If you have old injuries, they may start to act up, because my ankle just started to act the fuck up. My right ankle. I was fine during Leo, but that ankle I just got, and after I said it, it's already starting to feel better. What the fuck? Here we go. It could have been a broken bone or something that hurts. Or you get like shadow pain, because that's what it felt like. Oh, I hate that fucking feeling. I haven't felt that in a while. Here we go. Virgo. I just saw your card. So I think whatever was, I feel like this makes me feel like somebody was trying to trigger you. some of you, they were trying to trigger you, or I get an undervalued energy. I get an undervalued energy. That feels like it's your energy, and they were just trying to trigger or undervalue you. Queen of Swords. I feel like you've seen exposure. I feel like you became exposed. It doesn't feel like it's something you're stuck on, though. Here we go. Show me something for Virgo, please, April. That's because you might have let them run their fucking mouth until you stop communicating. Good for you. Fuck that. If that's what happened, it was probably somebody you were intimate with. Two of chalices, two of cups reversed, basically. Eight of Swords reversed. You don't let it doesn't upset you anymore. You're ready to start over and emotionally go after victories or success. This is renewal energy. You're ready to open up, meet somebody that's going to bring high hopes or passion in. It doesn't look like you're chasing the last asshole or whatever she was. No, I think you're trying to work with something brand new. You may know, too, that I've been patient with falling in love or moving in that direction, it's telling me. But emotionally, I do feel open towards it. The thing is, I might be investing in other parts of life versus rushing towards love. You may feel at a distance with what? These with emotionally opening up or moving towards. I feel like it's love or something. I feel like somebody tried to upset you. I just feel like somebody tried to really get over on you. Probably an ex. Does feel like that somebody tried to trigger you, or was trying to push your buttons. Whatever the fuck that's about. I feel like you just put more work and effort towards yourself. I think that was good because I do feel like whatever this was, I think this makes me feel like we weren't supposed to let them get the best of you. Whether they did for a little bit or they didn't at all, I don't really know. It's not important right now for me. What's important is that it's behind you. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, the High Priestess, Three of Swords, the Knight of Cups. I feel like there was a situation that when this person brought in a lot of pain or hurt, you just tried to let it come in and let it go out. It's almost like they tried to get a rise out of you, but it didn't work. I feel like you carried on kind of energy, but I don't feel like you rushed into something else. Or if you did, it started and it stopped. It started and it stopped. So if you were in a situation and then tried to work with somebody else, that didn't last very long for some of you. I do feel like that person could be older than me, who I'm talking to, whatever that's about. The Seven of Chalices, the Justice, the Strength card, the Nine of Swords, the Wheel, and the Sun. It makes me feel like things were a challenge, but you give me this, like when it came to getting balance or the Strength card and the Nine of Swords, you kind of jumped all in. You know what I'm saying? Like you weren't like, you give me this energy where it was like, I just have to tackle it. Some of you couldn't trust an air sign or an earth sign, it's telling me. You didn't want to deal with them or work with them. Air sign or earth sign, you didn't want them around. Not at all. Ace of Wands. It feels like disregarded. It could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. That just one of those signs may have really upset you. Seven of Wands. I feel like you felt like at a distance, or you felt like you needed to create distance from that individual, something like that. Six of Pentacles, and I think you knew you had to trust that decision. Emotionally, just accept. I had to accept it. I'm not going to work with it, and I'm gonna. It's almost like you just want to see something. Virgos are ready for the next great thing, the next great chapter of life, kind of energy. You also give me an energy, some of you, not all of you, but some of you give me an energy where whatever happened, it might have made you want to start dedicating more time and effort in family, especially if you have kids. Do more around that situation. Working kids, and you've been sitting in energy for a while. Now, if you don't have kids, that part's not for you, obviously. Anything else for Virgo? Anything else that wants to show up? April. Show me why that's here. Why is that here for Virgo? Holy crap. You've been very work-oriented. Some of you Virgos I feel like you had this amount of energy and focus and drive towards work and career. I feel like after that abrupt, shitty situation, it floored you to go towards work. And I feel like nothing was going to take you out of that energy for a while or move you out of that energy for a while. Now what's coming out? Clarify the Strength card and the Fool card. Virgo's energy, please. I feel like you're recognizing that it's time to do things that are going to make sense. Hold on a second. Show me something. I keep going over to the card. Some of you, it was a matter of saying, you know what? New beginnings. You have new beginnings need to show up for me. Show me why. What's here? I'm going to work until new beginnings show up kind of energy. The Strength, the Fool, I'm going to move in that direction, and I'm going to focus on what I can do right now. I don't feel like you're going to get stuck with decisions. Some of you may have been waiting. So what the fuck? Some of you may have been waiting for a decision from authority figures, something like that too. Waiting, Temperance, having to wait for the answer. Some of you, I could feel this. Some of you weren't in a rush to move towards love. Some of you, it's like work. You went from a love situation to I got to get floored with work. That's what's coming out. And this is what it's telling me for Virgo. Let's go to the next tarot for you. All right. Okay. Anything else for Virgo? April, Virgo. There you are. April, Virgo. There you are again. Hello. Were you trying to say hello? Well, hello, Virgos. I'm done. You're all about that fucking bust a move, foundation, power, success. Give me it. Make it rain, baby kind of energy. You're very on that energy right now. I think you have been for quite some time. Here we go. You've been more on a work energy than it's almost like you're like, I'm not going to chase the dragon energy. I'm not worried about the emotional support or love right now. That is not what I'm focused on. Why? Let's see what happens here. Don't pull it. Let's do this. There. I want to be centered and balanced, but I want to be centered, balanced, and successful. I'm very career driven. I'm very aware that I want that. Clarify that. You're really wanting to make a dream come true. Some of you, if there's something that's been up there or that in your imagination or in your manifestation power, you're really wanting to see that happen. I'm done. Double balance and it balance out. Some of you, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work, or it feels like it's taking a lot of work. It's telling me, but it doesn't stop you from thinking about it. Awkwardly enough, somebody could have dealt with a Capricorn. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus or Virgo like yourself. But it's over. That's behind you. That chapter's finished. And you're really committing towards what's going to make you happy. You're very driven right now. You have a very high drive on trying to find out what's coming towards you or what's going to excite you. You already know what you left behind. I don't feel like it was easy. I don't feel like it showed a lot of communication that was worth dealing with. I feel like it made you want to get away. It gives me I needed to get away from this motherfucker energy. Almost like it comes off like a there's your card, but who the fuck are you? I feel like everything came out of I feel like all what was in the dark went to the light and got exposed for Virgo. And it was a lot. It was a lot to deal with, so it made sense to let it go, to not have to deal with this, anything else. Because you wanted to focus on things that were going to make you happy, it's telling me. And you know that the only way you're going to get that is if you go through changes or accept changes to come towards you. Changes to come towards you. Love and the right fulfillment. You don't want somebody to come in and make you happy for a little while and then be at a distance with it. No, you want somebody to keep coming towards you. Because whatever happened, it didn't stick around like the way you're putting work to the floor. This is what you value right now. Having true love and having foundations. I feel like you've gotten one, but not the other. And I feel like my message for you is even if you have, if one's been a higher focus or drive than the other, I feel like just remember that it can happen or trust that it can be renewed or start over again. That it can happen. Show me something, Virgo. The world is reversed and the judgment. It just makes me feel like it hasn't shown up. You might not have gotten that yet. Some of you, it's telling me you don't even attempt to move towards it right now. Not yet. Not yet, whatever that's about. It makes me feel like it doesn't keep you stuck or upset you. This person over here, though, that you dealt with, you're not happy with them. You are not happy with somebody you dealt with, it's telling me. Or vice versa. Queen of Pentacles reversed, Temperance. You got tired of their shit or the games. The love is in reversal with that shit. So it made you want to invest in yourself, become strong for yourself. Not be emotionally beaten up or feel like somebody you have a gaslighting, a manipulative bastard energy that I don't feel like you're focused on. Virgo feels like they're focusing heavily on success, career, or themselves right now, or family. I can't give you anything else. I didn't feel like it didn't really give me the energy that something's rushing in towards you right away. And even if it was to, I don't know how much focus you'd want to put towards it. You could be, hold on. Show me something else for Virgo. It just tells me you moved away from something that didn't work emotionally. You said, nope, I'm not gonna invest in a situation. I'm gonna move towards I had to let this go. I know I gotta begin again. I gotta start over. The Empress, and I need to trust what I'm doing. And I think you have been on that energy or journey for a while, and not letting it upset you or letting it get the best of you, which is smart, very smart. It's not you're not letting it keep you bothered or upset, unhappy. The Emperor. You might have done, so I'm just gonna tell you, you might have been very good to this person, and this fucker was a hothead. Might have dealt with a hot-headed energy, fucking balloon head. Anyways, that's what I have for Virgo. I feel like a Virgo is just going to stay focused on solutions and productivity for the month of April, and maybe kids, families, shit like that. Some of you could hear from close friends or something, or people could try to invite you to stuff, but it almost feels like, are you going to want to go? Something like that is what I'm picking up on Virgo. Let's keep going. Holy damn. All right. Libra. What's the message for Libra? What do we have for Libra? Libra. What do we got for the zodiac sign of Libra for April? What do we have for Libra? Libra's energy this month. This is your card. Holy shit. You have a reading so far where you're going to be very focused on it's almost like you want to focus on continuing to go towards something that makes you feel important. Some of you could be wanting to branch out, create more work, or you may bring in more work, look for another job, second, something else, more than what you're doing now, or that's been on your mind, something like that. The Eight of Swords, the Knight of Wands, reversed. Some of you, when it comes to being frustrated or wanting to move towards situations, whether they feel tricky or you feel like it should be that direction, you haven't really, I haven't put the effort or time towards that. Why? Why is the 9 and 4 here? Clarify this. Yeah, it's telling me you have a theme where, and I knew the Lovers was coming out, where it's like emotionally anything. So you're not going to focus on things that don't really sit well with you emotionally. Some of you may not get along with a fire sign, or I'm just going to tell you, you may struggle with a fire, earth, or air sign. It may be hard to come to a solution. I don't feel like somebody's seeing eye to eye with this person. Okay. It just doesn't feel like an agreement. Page of Pentacles reversed, like the work isn't being put in. What's going on with that? It could be a matter of somebody doesn't trust to listen to somebody. Whether you've dealt with that with somebody or somebody dealt with that with you. Somebody doesn't feel like that makes sense or it's worth the risk. You have it's somebody you dealt with, somebody you were close to. Maybe a water, maybe an air sign. But there's a lack of trust. There's a big lack of trust with it. Death and judgment. Some of you, I didn't want to say this, but I'm going to say this. Somebody doesn't want to hear. I get a lot of, I don't want to hear what the other person has to say. I don't trust what the other person has to say. I'll shut the curtain. I don't have to listen. I don't care. 5 of Pentacles. I don't want to know. I don't care. Or somebody pretends that they invest or they listen. I don't feel like they do. What is this? This is a fucking weird reading. Here we go. The Empress. Page of Swords. The 5 of Wands. Strength. What is unsure in this reading? What is unsure? What are you trying to say? Libra. That one first. Somebody's unsure if they want to give love a chance. And I think I hate to say it. It could be you. Some of you may feel like I don't want to invest in it, or I'm fucking too old for this shit at this point in my life. I don't want to do it again. 3 of Swords. I don't want to start over. You kind of feel like it's stretched too thin. Her arms are too far apart from it, kind of energy. Emotionally not really wanting to go towards it or trust that. I don't know why it's coming out like this, but it tells me a lot of you, whether you're a woman or man, are not sure if you want to go towards love and invest in love again. If you want to start over. Do I want to communicate? Emotionally, I think I want to do that. I think it could bring happiness, but I don't know if I want to go build that right now. And I do, you give me, I feel at a distance with it. Should I trust it? I know emotionally it might accept me. It might excite me. I'm aware of that kind of energy. I know that. But am I going to pull off the tree? Am I going to invest in something? Because I haven't been. I don't feel like you really have worried too much about it, but I do feel like you felt this emotionally, felt like this energy. I do feel like you would like to change, feeling that kind of energy or at a distance from moving forward. Passion. It tells me you have not moved. I'm gonna tell you, you have not moved towards things that could be emotionally uplifting. And I don't. You could be either sex here. It could be either sex. The world. It's something about I've been standing still from my success and victories, or bringing them towards me. I don't even like to, think about, what's going to happen or stress about it. I just want to manifest something, but I don't know if I want to work with it at the same time. You come off like that. Here we go. Let's keep going. All right, let's see what else we have for Libra. Oh, my Lord. Your cards keep falling in my lap. Only cards, only deck that's tried to jump in my lap like 3 times. Maybe that's just my clumsy ass. Here we go for Libra. Let's see what we get for you. April. If it has to go past April, let it. If it has to go past April, we'll let it. Let's see what happens. You give me, I'm going to show it to you. You give me this. I don't know if I'm coming or going if I'm coming or going energy. You give me this strong. I don't know if I'm moving towards something or if I want to stay back from something energy. But I'm going to shuffle a little more and see where this goes. It doesn't feel like you're worried as focused on, it doesn't feel like you're doing that with solutions or investments with money or career. It feels like you're doing that with relationships that are sexual or that could be, you could entertain. All right, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Libra. The Tower, the 10 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you've invited, want to focus on success or bringing in success, not stressing about anything and making sure. Some of you, it's about bringing in success and saving some money. Some of you also may know that you need to do that because you need to buy something. You might need something new that costs a little bit of money, whoever that's for. The Queen of Cups, 2 of Swords. Let's go. I'm going to tell you something in a second. I have a feeling. Let's see where that goes. I just want to see what you get. Okay, so 9 of Swords, Queen of Wands. Why is that here? What are you trying to say? You're going to have to be kind of easy with the way you're thinking about stuff and not letting things upset you through this month is your message so far. Because the 10 of Wands, I feel like things are going to be easy to get on your nerves. You give me this, I'm going to get nerve-wracked energy. You may have to be careful with things you say, or that could come towards you. That could be your energy, or that could be somebody that comes towards you. But it feels like, I feel like shit's going to get on your nerves. You may feel kind of like mentally tired, not wanting to stress about it, but then something about it builds up. Just be careful that you don't say something that you don't mean, or clarify that Page of Swords. I don't know. So there's an energy where just be careful. There could be something that, whether it's you or somebody, something's coming. It could be an air sign, another air sign, or fire sign, or maybe earth. But I'm definitely going to say fire, air, or earth sign. But something could come towards you where you don't find it very pleasant or want to speak to it, or you may feel like something was said that shouldn't have been said, whether they do it or you do it. Give me, I want to, what's going on with the Seven of Swords? Clarify that for Libra. Oh, fuck. Fuck you, fuck. Some of you may feel like you don't know emotionally what the fuck's going on with somebody mentally. It might feel like that to you. And you may also feel at a distance with trust in them. Or working with them. Some of you, this could be a cross watchers reading. They could feel that way towards you. Whatever, here we go. Three of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Five of Wands, and the Ace. Clarify it. Just don't let anything upset you. Something could come in that upsets you. Just watch out for that, all right? Just watch out for that. Welcome in, Mr. French. David, welcome in. You got this energy where there's something around your energy. It definitely feels like an air, fire, or earth sign that you're not really communicating, trusting it. Either there's been very limited communication, or when it comes towards working with it or being emotionally available, it's not making sense, and the communication doesn't feel like it's on the table. It feels like it's dead. It's dead. It feels like you're wrapped around starting over. Clarify that for me. For Libra, please. In love. You're on a brand new path. You're about starting over in love and manifesting that. I'm going to say something strange. Emotionally, though, and figuratively speaking, you haven't really jumped down that road yet. Some of you have not made that. The Nicolas Cage card, you have not started. You have not moved. You haven't played with the options, it's telling me. You've been resisting it, taking action, or moving toward. You have not been working with people more than on a platonic level, it's telling me. Doesn't mean you haven't had like wandering eyes or wanted to look at something or found something attractive. It just means you haven't invested in something yet. But your investment's been strongly focused on what you want. That's what's been motivating you, it's telling me. Versus love. Clarify the lovers. Clarify the lovers, please. I feel like you need to start investing in love. Holy shit. I feel like you need to start investing in love and trusting the fuck out of that and being strong and going in that direction. This is what I see for Libra. Let's keep going. USA. Yes. I am USA, but I am Portuguese, and there's a lot of Brazilian Portuguese women and men out here. So even today, someone was like, "Tudo bem? Hey, how are you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, how you doing?" Here we go. All right. Next, cards for Libra. Show me something for Libra, please. Show me something for Libra. I don't know French. I do think it's a harder language to learn. You guys, there's a guy out there on social media. Have you seen it? Where like his eye, like it's fucking hilarious. He does skits about how do you say this in French, and he keeps saying shit, and it's almost like saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, David, if you haven't seen that, I hope you find it because it's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious. His eyes twitching like water and shit because he's like, how do you say this in French? And he's like, we va vu ha, and then the next word's the fucking same thing. Add another little bit of shit to it. It's fucking hilarious. I couldn't get enough of it. When I see it, I stop and I watch it when it pops up. I think there's shorts, and I don't know if they're on YouTube or Instagram. I think YouTube. It's been a minute since I've seen him pop up on my feed, though. Here we go. You know who I'm talking about, Nancy? He's a young guy with brown hair. He's always like real close to the screen and shit. It's fucking hilarious. I love that shit because it's funny. Could be TikTok. I don't remember where the fuck I've seen it. I haven't used TikTok in a minute, though, so I don't know. It's probably on all the platforms doing it. Here we go. Show me something else for Libra. And I can't get the guy's face out of my head. All right. Jesus. All right, we'll start like that. Why is this here? Okay, what's really going on? So it makes me feel like there was a situation that you have a situation that just felt like it rained fire on you at a point. At a point, this feels like that's already been dealt with, already happened. You've already been there. I don't feel like you really give much emotions or attention or sacrifice towards that anymore. But I also feel like when it comes to going towards celebrations, you haven't really ran that marathon either, Libra. You have the Six of Cups and the Prince of Pentacles. It almost makes me feel like you just stay away from starting new. And I'm going to tell you, this doesn't feel like it's about money. This feels like it's about a partner. Your reading feels like you just hold on. You're resisting a partner. You're resisting love. Love is reversed. A partner. All right. Let's see what else we got. And the High Priestess, you may know that you're doing it. And I think this is, you could be a woman or a man. It feels kind of, I feel like you guys are mirroring each other. The Empress. What's the trick here? Some of you are at a crossroads or some shit. If you're going to do it, if you're going to do what? Let me show you what it says. Move towards what? The love. It says it on the card. You're at a crossroads. If you're going to do things on your own, or manifest going towards situations of love. Let me show you. Let's see what you got. You give it thought, but you haven't moved your ass towards it. It's almost like you're like, it's too complicated. You come off where some of you may come off where it's like it's too fucking complicated to go towards that direction or emotionally go towards it. Put the work in it. Somebody hasn't been willing to put the work towards it. Some of you, you're a woman. Some of you, you're a man. I feel like that will change. It's almost like you got to get your groove back. You've got to want to move towards it because emotionally, it feels like it's not thrilling or you're not inviting it in. And I do feel like you're a woman and I feel like you've got like 10, 15 years on me, maybe a little bit more. You're going to have to make up your mind in April on what you want to do. Do I want to go towards a new beginning in love or do I want to keep away from it? I feel like Libras are really going to have to figure that out in April or the upcoming month, maybe May. I'm not going to communicate. I'm not going to focus on things, or I've dealt with bullshit and toxic, unhealthy commitments. Some of you, it was dangerous or the guy was bad. He was a fucking asshole. Not all of you, but some of you in the past, you dealt with a pretty bad one. I feel a fucked up individual over here. The Hermit, it makes me feel like it made it easy for you to keep the pleasure or the fire at a distance emotionally. And now I feel like I got to make a decision. I need to make a decision. I've held back. Libra, you've held back from coming forward with the balance or making a decision. You got to figure out what you're going to do. No matter what you do, don't be upset. But if it's something you want, you might have to make the investment or the changes show up for you. Don't stay stuck in an energy or worry about where you've been or what didn't work out. because I feel like you've lingered in the patience of that and been fighting on your own, or trying to be emotionally unbothered, trying to stay grounded, but at a distance from happiness and love. And I feel like you got to move out of that energy and find the passion, the desire, the want. You got to figure out how to play with it again, is what it tells me. You got to figure out how to get back into the investment. I'm done. That's what I got for you. You got to invest in it. And you're strong enough to know better, Libra. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry if I talk to you like I'm your father. I'm not your father. I'm not your therapist. But I feel like if that's your story, give yourself, the benefit of the doubt to recognize what you need to heal and put that effort there. All right. That's what I have for Libra. Okay. Scorpio in a minute. All right. I'm almost down to the ice. Shit. What do we have for Scorpio? Welcome in. Remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. Thank you for being here, everybody. This reading is going to be a longer one than I expected, but I'm using 3 tarot decks. It does happen. Here we go. Okay. What is the message for Scorpio? April's message for Scorpio. Oh, come on. Scorpio. You guys are very, very about moving towards changes. Changes. Whatever you've been through or whatever you tried to work with, that isn't your focus right now. Whatever you tried in the past that didn't work out, that's not your focus. That's not what you're stuck on. You're focused on what you can go towards and manifest. It could be a lady, could be a guy. I got the 8 of Wands man, the Empress woman, the Tower. You're more wanting the elixir of change. You want to see things change right in front of your eyes. You want to watch things change. A lot of you want to create that change. Huh. That's how the energy you're rocking that shit. 9 of Pentacles. It's no fucking secret to you. Here we go. Show me something. Some of you I'm going to say something strange, but some of you guys might have dealt with, I'm going to say either a Virgo, a Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, maybe a Libra. Could have just been definitely been a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Whoever you dealt, maybe a fire sign. Those are the 3 here, but it feels like it's more or less something didn't work out and you just kind of released it or stayed away from it, got away from it. You may have had to deal with them for a second. Somebody may have, I don't know who had to talk to who, but somebody may have had to deal with it. But I don't feel like you wanted to deal with them. 10 of that says no. I don't want to deal with this person. I don't want this person to think I'm coming at them for the wrong reasons. This person I don't trust. You don't. Not only do you not trust them, I don't feel like you felt like they were very healthy. Or when I say healthy, they were very this problem child. You give me a problem child energy, and I feel like you knew that. You were very highly aware of what you put away that you didn't want to have to go back and talk to. I'm over this. Communicate with some of you. This already has happened. I don't feel like it threw things disproportion them for you. I feel like it didn't do that. I feel like it was just something you had to go through. That's going to be a very specific message. Anything else for Scorpio? Some of you have been putting a lot of work into something. I think it's something that you enjoy. It tells me you've been putting a lot of work into something, and whatever you've been trusting and putting work and effort into, you're doing this, and it's been a little bit hard, but you're not giving up. This is what I see. You're aware that you're not going to give up. You're aware that it's been taking its time. The Nine of Wands, the King, you're very attached to what you're doing. You trust that things are going to develop, something like that. Five, you don't want to be, you don't want it to not work out. You just want to keep making efforts and strides to getting what you want. I do feel like your secret is just keep doing it. 8-8 is very abundant energy. And I feel like that is a message you're supposed to see. If it's been tough or you haven't found what you're looking for, I don't think you need to give up, especially if it makes you this card, happy. If it makes you happy, don't give up on it, especially if you're emotionally attached to it. Some of you have already made that decision that you won't. Some of you have already made that decision. I'm not giving up on that. Are you fucking crazy, Leon? I'm not doing that. Not that I'm saying you should. I'm just saying it's smart that you're not doing that. I would tell you things look like you've been at things are going to unfold, and look how they may unfold for you. You may get what you're looking for. You may get a judgment or a success and a victory with it. The only thing is I feel like you've been trying to get this. The emotions are there, but you've had to be extremely patient for it to work out, something like that. You're not stopping, though. You haven't stopped. Three of Swords. You may have had delay. It's something of what the fuck. Three of Swords may have been like you may have had something delay you being able to put time towards it. Your schedule, your life. Ladies may have had a hard time putting the work towards it. If it's like a hobby or something they enjoy, you might have had a hard time focusing on it versus family, love, like whatever it is. Love might have gotten away, family might have gotten away, something gotten away for you. If it's a guy, I feel like they're just trying to make it make sense or fit work. What else is here? Some of you, if you're single, you haven't really been looking for love. It's telling me. Holy shit. 8 of Swords, the Lovers. You haven't been really letting it come. You haven't really been blowing a kiss towards it. I don't feel like you've been worried about it. Strength. Some of you have been getting headaches. I'm sorry, but I'm getting a headache. And it might be like in the corner of your eye or in the bridge of your nose. Somebody's out there getting headaches. You might need to get your eyes checked. Somebody might need to get their eyes checked, especially if reading or looking at something for too long is hurting their eyes, because I just got a fucking headache. All right, here we go. You seem like you really want to see passion, something you're passionate about, move. You give me this. I want something that I'm passionate about to move forward. Ace of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. You definitely really like it, whatever it is. Whatever this thing is you do. Some of you, it's around music. It could be around music. Not all of you, but some of you, it's around music. Some of you, it could be around... It could be music or writing. Huh. Let's go. All right. Let's put these over here. Scorpio. Let's see what we get. Whew. All right. What do we have for Scorpio? Turn this back off. What's the message for Scorpio? April. Whoa. You pulled a Libra move. Why is that here? Show me what's going on. April. Scorpio. E. Yeah, there's a couple messages here. You could have some issues with either a child in the month of April, or be trying to work with a child in the month of April, or been doing work with a child. And it's like it just feels like I'm going to tell you, it feels like a push and pull, push and pull, tug of war energy with this child, or getting results. Also, if it's not that, it could be if you are with somebody, you may find like they're coming off a little bit emotionally unavailable or immature. Some of you, but it could be a child that you just feel that you're just struggling with, or feel at a distance from, whatever. What you're going to be very focused on your investments in April. You give me this, I need to lead the way. I know I need to make that decision. I got to be strong with my communication. And I got to start investing more back into something I stopped investing in. Whether you're a lady or a man, or I got to put more work and effort towards it, something like that. Here we go. It just makes me feel like you've had a hard time seeing things move forward. Now, this is going to be different. It almost feels like when it goes to getting what you want, the death card, the hangman, there's some men out there that they're not getting the wish fulfillment. They're not getting the love button. The love button's not bursting through the door for them right now. 2 of Wands, 9 of Cups, 5 of Cups. I don't feel like the man's getting that. Now, the woman, I don't feel like she's worried about moving towards it, something like that. She's more focusing on balance. May have dealt with some tricky individuals. It just tells me in the past. That's all it's really saying. 8 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles reversed, 3 of Pentacles in the past. You might have had some people you had to back away from, because when it came towards like the outcome, the trust, these people weren't for you. They weren't for your highest good. You became very mentally aware of it, and you knew you couldn't trust them. That sucks. Ugh, you knew that you had to cut them out of your life. It's telling me they weren't coming on the journey with you. You knew this. Some of you may be missing a friend that died. I'm so sorry. Some of you may be missing a friend that passed away, or you think about her a lot. Ace of Wands, High Priestess, Queen of Cups, Strength card. But you also think about your career and your success. You give me this energy where I think about a lot of things I care about, but I just need to keep it easy and not let anything upset me or frustrate me, or put my work and energy towards that. I'm not allowing that nonsense in. I've made that judgment call, and I won't let it come towards me. I won't participate with communication towards it. You kind of give me a high drive on work and emotions. Getting balance between work or what you're emotionally wanting to see work out. I feel like you've already been in the area where things that you were letting come around, or you were going around, you're not going around anymore. You come off like I won't go in circles. The Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and the 4 of Cups to the 6 of Pentacles. You just want things to play fair, work out correctly. Now, some of you, not all of you, but some of you have been, I'm going to tell you, you've been single 10 months, 10 weeks, 10 years, a long time. Some of you have been single for a while, or just not involving yourself in relationships that don't seem like they're going to last. You haven't found that prince or king, that Mr. Charming. You just haven't found that person who's going to make you happy. That may be something you start to focus on putting work or thoughts. I feel like you're going to start really trying to work with that, just move in that direction, make the changes potentially for some Scorpios out there. If you've been single for a hot minute, you may start thinking, maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year I try to make myself a little more available. Something like that. I get 2 things with what I just said. Some of you are okay with it. Some of you don't even want it. That's fucking weird. But some of you are okay with doing that and going in that direction. And others of you like, no, I don't really care about that. Or Somebody tells themselves that. I pick up somebody's telling themselves I don't care about it. I don't know if they really mean it because I'm not trying to zone into what the fuck they're doing. But somebody makes it out. They come off that way, or that's what they. That's kind of the way they pep talk themselves. I don't know. Say something like to themselves. Here we go. All right, let's keep going. Let's do this. I didn't really get money on you on Scorpio. It didn't say anything. It just said you're very goal oriented, very driven. You're kind of not letting things get out of. You're not going to let things. You're not going to deal with intolerable settings or people. Is what I took home from your reading from Scorpios. Sagittarius. No, we're still on Scorpio. I almost skipped paying attention to reading the comment. I almost messed that up. Scorpios, we're going to give you a little bit more. Let's go. I read your comment. You never know. Money. King of Pentacles reversed. Why is that reversed? That could be something that you've been focused on is money. Investment, invest. Over love. Or settling for love. Clarify the investing part over here. What's bunch going to come out? Could be what you're driven, what drives you, passionate about for Scorpio. Yes or no? These two. Actually, it doesn't really. All right, so some of you don't really some of you have been in your head about moving towards love or thinking it's going to make sense. The effort doesn't feel like it makes sense. Others of you, what's going on? The world, it just gives me an energy like I'm not participating or putting the work and effort towards love shit right now. It doesn't show that way. It gives me I've moved away from situations that I used to communicate with energy though for you. Show me something about those three, Scorpio. Jeez, you're doing something that somebody else did. I don't know. I can't remember what sign did it, but a bunch came out at once. You're not really focused it's almost like I don't want to focus on the past. You could be feeling like you've been in a little bit of rut with money. Some of you could feel like you're in a rut with money, or you want to do more around success, getting money, making money, achieving, collecting. Hold on, anything else that they need to see? Now I can't get out of that energy. So you have somebody could feel defeated or like I gotta worry about money or I'm stressed out. Somebody could be stressed out about money, and Scorpio could be just stressed out about money. There could be Scorpios that know they got money problems right now. Things can change, and you got to trust moving out of that energy. Or seeing yourself move out of that energy, seeing yourself balance energy. If that's what's going on, you gotta trust doing that. It may take some work though. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, and Temperance. You may have to be patient with yourself, but you may have to be very realistic too at the same time. Show me. If you're not in communication with somebody or working with somebody, it's because at one point when it was making you happy, everything kind of shifted, I think faster than you would have expected in that relationship. It makes me feel like you had to kind of invest in yourself and walk away or be self-observant, aware that this is not good and I don't want to be here. Something like that. It's funny because I didn't realize that was next. The Moon card is with the Death card. So you were definitely privy to this person or energy. Knight of Cups, emotionally and mentally, it was tiresome. And I feel like you got sick of putting up with it. communicating with the person, dealing with the person. You said, fuck that. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to cut this out of my life. You know, I feel like that person still wanted to work towards you, but emotionally, I feel like you became detached. Emotionally, I don't feel like if you saw something working out, I don't feel like you felt emotionally like it was making you going towards something that's worth the time mentally either. And you started to trust that this isn't this. I can't love somebody that like this. Whatever this is about. This may not be everybody's part, and it may be why you're just letting things be where you're at. Explain that. Explain that. What do you want to say to the Scorpios, woman or guy? You may be at a standstill right now, some of you. I just get like some of you Scorpios could be at a standstill with getting what you want. Whether it's recondition, like starting over in a relationship or getting what you want. You guys could be trying to figure shit out right now. I don't know why I got to say that, but I get this like feeling like you could be trying to figure shit out or start a plan or invest in a plan or wondering if the plan's going to work out. This is for Scorpio, something like that. All right, we're going to move on. Here we go. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Remember to like, share, and subscribe if you don't mind. Okay. Who are we on? Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Oh, my Lord. I'm not going to give you those. I'm just going to keep shuffling. I got them all. Good. There's only 3 of them. I kind of shuffled a little bit too much on that one. I got to start being easier, more fragile. These tarot cards. Otherwise, they're all going to be fucking ruined. Ooh, Sagittarius. No or yes. Let's see what it is. No or yes. I'm not going to pull it. No or yes. You got a yes. Now, this might not pertain to every Sagittarius, but some of you, either you may have the hots for somebody or somebody may have the hots for you. Somebody may just be wanting to work with you, Sagittarius. And I'm going to tell you something. It could definitely be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or it could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn like yourself. Now, awkwardly enough, if you've dealt with one of those signs, you may not want to trust them, or you may not trust them or feel like it's the right move. Look at that, top and bottom. No trust, don't want to work with it. Some of you may be in that energy with that person, if that's the past, but some of you, this might be showing up for you, coming towards you. Show me something. It's way too many. I'm not doing it. Doesn't feel right. I'm not doing all that. We'll reshuffle. Got to trust it or I won't let it happen. Here we go. Got to trust it and shuffle. Here we go. That just felt so scrambled. Here we go. What's up? Let's do it. Queen of Wands. Some of you have been patient. Some of you have been patient. Some of you guys had a hard ending. Something about the Three of Swords. I don't care if it was a third party or if it was just a hard. I get more of a hard ending with a situation. So Queen of Wands, you might have been patient with your heart or moving forward with love and foundations and putting more work and effort towards your own stability in life. I don't feel like you've been moving towards or fighting for love all that much right now. It doesn't. I don't feel like it's burning desire, but I feel like this may be changing. I feel like this may be changing. I feel like if you have not been in a lot of communication or putting effort towards work, you may start to put the growth in it, and you may start to trust that it's wise for you to do it. Okay, what else is here? Show me something for Sagittarius. You better trust it because it could bring in a lot of abundant, happy energy. Could be that to me. This speaks volumes of you could walk into something that makes you very happy, like a wish fulfillment. The Hermit and the Sun reversed is like wish fulfillment energy for me. Say no, say la vie, say no more. Victory energy. All right. There we go. Something could start. Page of Swords. Something's going to start for you guys. I almost feel like you have an investment that's coming. You're going to move towards, or wants to move towards you. You could be, the next great adventure could be showing up for you soon with somebody, something like that. Six of Pentacles, the World. So you may have had no choice but to release situations that didn't work out. Eight of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, investments that just didn't work out. You have 8 and 8 reversed. You know, didn't mentally work out, didn't work out when it came towards rushing towards it. You recognized it. Let's see what else is on the bottom. The Moon. I said you recognized the Moon. You knew that the Ace of Pentacles, that the foundation, it was unsturdy. The ground was like a fucking earthquake or like a fucking sinkhole. All right, here we go. Two of Wands. So it's almost like you had to commit with knowing I can't rush towards something or continue to work with something that's not working for me. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I'm not a clown kind of energy. I'm not doing that. Star card. So you kind of just recognize you guys don't talk to each other, it tells me. Some of you don't speak to each other. Could have been definitely could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Two of Swords again. Definitely could have been an air sign. Maybe another fire sign. Ace of Wands reversed. Three of Wands are reversed. What the hell? It could have been an air, fire sign. What other sign wants to show up? What other sign wants to show up that it could have been? Well, you get water. Let's see what you get. Well, no, that's Earth. You got Earth again, but three cards came out. Earth, air, water. What else is here? Two of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. You don't focus on it, it makes me feel like. I like that. I like that you don't focus on it. I feel like you focus on other strengths or other things. I don't feel like you see rush coming towards you either right now. Like you don't see love rushing in or happening. But I do feel like it's something that's going to change for you. I do feel like the way this started, it's coming towards you, and you may not be aware of it. The opportunity could show up. Something could start to move in your favor emotionally. Something like that. Here we go. Definitely could emotionally. Somebody could offer you a good time out, or you could be like, yeah, you might accept an offer, or you may give an offer out and it might get accepted. Something like that's going on with Sagittarius. It feels like that's in the works for you. Like that's going to align with you. Here we go. Let's keep going. Let's do these. We'll see. You never know. Okay. I got people speaking French up in here. Love it. Here we go. All right. Sagittarius. What do we got? What's the message for Sagittarius? The Hierophant. Okay. You came flying up, but you're in reverse. So it's the Ten of Wands. Sick of shit that was not worth the time, investment, energy. I get this. You're all about starting. You want happiness, and you're ready for it, or you're on the verge. Definitely on the verge of going after something. You give me. I need to go towards something. I'm either going to go towards something or something's going to come towards me. Energy, whether you recognize it, the cards are telling me that's what could play out for you. So you have the Hierophant, and I feel like you learned what you don't want to deal with. I feel like you started to really focus on yourself or things of importance around you. Whatever's important around you, that became, your energy. That became what mattered. And you got sick of bullshit. Ten of Wands. Clarify the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords reversed. This could also signify new beginnings are on their way. 10 and 10, definitely completions. The Fool, the World. You may have felt like they weren't coming towards you. Well, guess what? Now they're coming towards you. Because the Fool, those risks or those things that you may have wondered, why aren't they showing up or why am I not rushing towards them? Well, guess what's happening now? Now they want to show up for you, or you may have the opportunity soon for them. Here we go. Communication's definitely coming your way. The Page of Wands, the Six of Pentacles. Ooh. If this is just a side message, but if you still deal with an ex and they find out you're dealing with somebody, if you have no choice but to deal with that ex, don't let them take up too much of your fucking time. Don't fucking do it while you're starting to balance out a new relationship or communication. Don't be too available for them, because the next person you deal with, they're gonna be like, well, is the person still stuck on that person emotionally? Should I look out for that? Is that the problem here? You don't want that to be an issue, especially if you're not there or worried about that. No, you're not supposed to let anything like that become an issue, because you got the Two of Pentacles and Two of Swords. You're just supposed to know that, like, if you do let them know or they find out, don't let them kind of try to get in the way. Just be careful. Enjoy what's coming towards you is what I'm going to tell you. Just enjoy it. Eight of Swords, don't have any worry about what could show up or what you could move towards. This makes me feel like enjoy it. That Magician, like Three of Cups and Magician. Oh, fuck. Look what came flying out. Enjoy it. I think they're going to enjoy you and you're going to enjoy them. A lot. A lot. Don't let anybody fuck up the victory or investment here. Do not let that happen. All right? Just emotionally honor it and be prepared for if somebody tries to meddle with it. Something like that. I think your heart's going to be in this area. I feel like it's time for change. And I feel like I'm going to say something I shouldn't say, but I feel like it's going to upset your ex. If you have to deal with your ex and the ex has kids, it could fucking upset them. They may want to fuck this up. Just watch out. Yeah, I hope I'd be pissed as hell. If this was my shit, I'd be mad. I'd be like, who the fuck? Get out of here. What are you doing? Mind your goddamn business. It's none of your business. I don't talk about Jeff or Bob or Dean or whatever the fuck his name. I don't talk about him. You know what I mean? Like, leave me the fuck alone. Let me have my fun kind of energy. Like, fuck the bullshit. In other words, do not let the past get in your way with what you want to invest towards. No, because emotionally, you might have regret that. Focus on the happiness you can find or that's coming towards you is what I want to tell you. Definitely do that. I feel like you have that coming towards you. I don't think it's here yet. I don't think it's here yet. No, it's not. Two of Wands is reversed. Three of Wands is reversed. You haven't seen this show up yet or found this person, but give it time. I'm telling you, give it time and trust that it's coming, because I think it is showing up for you soon. Doesn't have to be in April, but I think April's giving you like a silent secret message of what's gonna what you're yet to see. April's kind of telling me like, yeah, you might be really happy with the next situation. And if anybody tries to fuck with it, I don't care who it is, mom, cousin, brother, ex, whatever the fuck it is, friend, absolutely not. That's a crossing boundaries zone. Don't fuck with my boundaries. Like, don't let anybody come fuck. I don't give a fuck. You had kids with them, crossing boundaries. You ain't with them. They don't belong in the business or trying to sniff through your business. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Here we go. Now, that may not pertain or happen to everybody that's watching, but some of you never know. You'll see in time if it's meant to be what I say and happens. It is. That's you'll know. You'll have the fuck. I heard this. If that's what happens, here we go. Picked up the wrong tarot deck. Sagittarius. Anything else for Sagittarius? Wait a minute. Am I on Sagittarius or Capricorn? Yeah, I'm on Sagittarius. You also have an energy. You have some kind of energy where, so I'm getting cross messages here. Some of you, it's an energy where don't let anything upset you. You could be a lady. Don't let anything upset you. If you're a man right now, I don't think you're letting anything upset you. As a Sagittarius, I just feel like you're not doing that. But the ladies, just don't let anything upset you. Just no. You know what I'm saying? Ladies could also be worried about something working out in a financial situation. Not all of you, but some of you could be worried about money situations. Hold on. Something about, yes, the ladies could be struggling or stressing. Strength card reversed, being aware of getting what they're looking to get in a financial situation, position. King of Pentacles. All right. See, let's go to the guy over here. Guy could be moving towards what? Leaving out a situation that hurt him. Definitely leaving it out. Peace, goodbye, good riddance, see you later, sayonara, konnichiwa. What is it? Obrigado? Something. Fucking ciao. I think obrigado is thank you. Here we go. But anyways, yeah, I probably fucked that up. But anyways, c'est la vie. The Empress, and it almost gives me the energy. He doesn't want to be guarded. He's given a lot of thought. He just hasn't pursued action. Go back to the woman. She's really wanting to work on wealth. Like high driven, very emotionally driven. Might think about being emotionally committed or having the opportunity, but it isn't the main focus. Wealth and health comes up more than anything. Some of you could be the wealth of you, or you could have you could be wondering of something you gave up, or something you either gave up or something around you. Could be an animal's health kind of went on the fritz, something like that. But you do think about love or victories with it. The lady over here, the happiness, will it find me? Will I find it? What's going on with back to the guy, Queen of Cups. The guy hasn't really jumped into a relationship. Temper's reversed. Done. I'm done. It's over for the guy. Been patient with love or acknowledging to move towards it. Back to the woman. The woman's all about manifesting more money, abundance, or things that she wants. And I feel like it's money or financial stuff, keeping finances in check, creating more abundance. You give me a learning more energy, but you also give me wanting that shit and then looking down into the path of love. Something like that. That's what I see for Sagittarius. Here we go. Any sex. Show me what's up for Sag. Either sex. What do we got? Got to start from the backside. I always do that. So some are unsure, very unsure if they want to. When it comes to thinking about where they're going to move or what they're going to move towards in celebrations. It doesn't have to be the woman and the man. It feels like it's a guy. It feels like it's a man that's not sure of the victories or emotionally being able to balance out going after the love. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he's worried on that. I feel like she's focused on not being stressed out about her finances or her health more than love. This will make sense to the woman who hasn't chased a lover or been upset with a love situation anymore, who's moved on. Whoever's moved on, who took it on the chin kind of energy and is focused on career-based energy. This is a woman that's very goal-oriented or trying to stay on the up and ups or create better wealth. King of Pentacles, strong foundation, not having to worry about anything financially, something like that. That's what I'm seeing for Sagittarius. Okay, we're on to Capricorn. After I light a cigarette and drink my ice water that melted. I got nothing in there. I'm gonna open a new pack. Thank you for all being here with me. I appreciate it. Single mom, it's stressful. I can imagine. Especially if it's more than one child. Oh, I get it. Here we go. Hey, welcome in, Angel Eyes. How you doing, Charlene? Hi, Gloria. Welcome in, ladies. Welcome in, Mate, gentlemen, here we go. In a second, I need to light this. I'm gonna sit, relax. For my legs are getting stiff in this chair. I've been sitting here for 3 hours. I'm surprised my ass didn't fall asleep. Just move a little bit so I don't fall asleep. My legs. Here we go. Capricorn. Hello, DC. This is going to be strange. And this never happens to me on a live. I got to say it, though. Scorpio. Sagittarius. Before we do Capricorn. Scorpio, Sagittarius. Have you ever heard that song with a girl with like the really pretty voice? Gotta find a way. Gotta find a way. And then a guy's chorus goes on. I keep hearing that song, and it keeps bringing me back to Scorpio and Sagittarius. And what's weird is it almost feels like it's based on like your energy is kind of very similar. And okay, could be a money thing. Could definitely be a money situation. Here we go. Anyways, now on to Capricorn. Could be, doesn't have to be. Some of you, if it wasn't money, it could have been love, but we're going to keep moving. What do we got for Capricorn? What's the message for Capricorn? Let's see what you got. No, I'll shuffle one time, and that's it. Shit, just one and done. What do we got? What's the message for Capricorn? April. What's the message for Capricorn April? Could be very social in April. Social, or people could want to listen to what you have to say. You could inspire people in April. Give me this inspiring energy. People look up to you energy, or something about look up to you, or watch you, something like that. What the fuck? Here we go. You might hear, if you dealt with a fire X, fuck it, I'm going to tell you. If you dealt with a fire X, they may be wanting to, smooth something out. Or it feels like they want to try to speak or come towards you, but I'm not. Let's see what happens. Capricorn. Why is that here? Tell me what you're trying to say. Somebody's thinking about a Capricorn. It's telling me. You have the Eight of Swords. They're trying. It's like they're trying not to. What the fuck? They try not to invest or mentally include this situation. They do. Their emotions are still there. Magician card. They could definitely be fire, air, or water sign. Fire, air, or water sign. Fire, air, or water sign. Their heart's still over there. Kind of energy. Still with you. Seven of Pentacles. The seven makes me feel like they've tried to move on. Two of Wands. They've tried to let go. To emotionally not be there, to not move towards this situation. Holy shit, not move towards it. But they haven't completely released it, is what that tells me. Because they think about you. They think about, somebody could be thinking about like, the Capricorn. I think about Capricorn, Temperance card, the Sun, and I kind of want to communicate. But we haven't talked. I want to trust leaving it behind. But emotionally, I kind of think I want to move towards it, but I don't talk about it or move towards it or work with it. What do I do? 8. Some of you, so it's very back and forth. Clarify the Ace of Swords reversed. What the fuck is going on? This is going to be weird, but somebody may feel like you gave up on them too early, or you may have had that energy a while back with somebody. Something like that is what it's telling me. Somebody feels like they pulled back or resisted too fast. The Fool, the Ten of Swords, but then when it comes to starting over, it doesn't seem like that's what's fascinating. Emotionally, it's like a dilemma with working with it or communicating with it or moving towards it. Things have changed. You went in a different direction. They've went in a different direction. Whoever the person is, they could be very focused on work or trying to see things change. They want balance. Knight of Pentacles reversed. They could be struggling with balance, struggling with what to move forward with emotionally and physically. They could be struggling in a lot of areas. Just love in general. Fucking money situations. Definitely money situations could be aggravating, stressing them out. Something's stressing them out. Somebody's stressed out that you dealt with. They're fucking stressed the fuck out. Ten of Wands upright. And I feel like you're really trying to focus on, it goes from that Ten of Wands to finding something that's going to make you feel like you're going in the right direction. You give me this aware. I'm going to clarify that aware card, but I think I'm going to go right to the bottom with it. It's almost like, so some of you could be wanting to make things work out in foundations. If you're struggling, be optimistic or hopeful that things can work out. If you're not struggling and you need something else in your life of a foundation, that can work out too. That's kind of the energy it makes me feel like I'm supposed to say. Anything else? I want to see if I can. It's going to be hard to get this. Okay, one did jump. Some of you, it's about being met halfway and not being out in the cold or away from uniting. Some of you want to unite, but you also want success at the same time, and you might feel at a distance from one or the other, or be trying to attain both or wanting both. What is that? Six of Pentacles and the Emperor. I feel like a lot of you have just wanted peace and value in your life. Peace and value, and wanting to go towards things that like celebrations, that commitments that are going to be there and be strong, very strong. Let's go to the next cards. I want to see what you get. Okay. Tell me something else for Capricorn. Just fix all these real quick, and then we'll go to your next cards. I also get the energy. Some of you Capricorns, you may want more excitement in your life at this time, or something that puts you first as a priority. I pick up that on your energy. Here we go. A solid connection. Here we go, Capricorn. Maybe a solid love connection. Top and bottom for a minute. So mentally, it's exhausted you when you've wanted to go towards it or work with, it's almost like you'd like to find that connection, that better half, that the equipment, the power of two. Nine of Cups, the Empress. You try not to stress about it. You don't feel like a lot of work has showed up or you've created a lot of resolve with this yet. You're working on it though, or you're going to be working on it. there's no communication in that direction yet. You're more fulfilled with things that you enjoy. You haven't moved forward towards, I feel like you haven't moved forward to trusting a relationship or going into one with that. It's just, I almost like that's sitting behind you, but you may need to get out. You may need that excitement energy. You may need to, push the envelope kind of, not be stuck. Here we go. Show me something for Cap. You need a new beginning and somebody to emotionally value you the way you would value them. You need a brand new start, beginning. I feel like you might have had a hard time or played tug of war with somebody or had a little bit of competition with somebody in the past. That doesn't seem like it's relevant anymore. The Fool card, I feel like it's time, or you've stepped off scene with building that security or foundation and happiness for long enough. This is going to make sense to you if you have not engaged in social engagements, celebrations, excitement, fun activities. I feel like you've even put a lot of investments into you and yourself, what the things around you. I feel like it's time to start giving a little more to you on the love scale of things. Whatever, on the open it up, open that up, trust that shit too, because it tells me you have not been moving towards it. It's time to fucking say fuck that and know that it's worth it or you're worth it. Something like that's important for Cap. But anything else for Capricorn? Anything else for you? All right, it's time not to focus on what didn't work out or what you don't focus on in general, because you've thought about going towards it, but you haven't moved your ass. You haven't fucking played with it. You have not fucking moved towards this. You fucking know that too. You have not invested in it. You pulled away from this. But look what it's telling me. You're holy shit balls. Look what it's telling me. 2 of Cups, the world. You're supposed to start investing in fucking true love and happiness. You are supposed to start building that because you haven't focused on doing that. It's time to become strong and aware that that's what you need. All right. I'm done with that one. I love that, how that ended. I didn't see your card until I saw the 2 before. And then I'm looking at you. I'm like, yep, here we go. We'll go to the next one. Let's see what we get for you. Mm-hmm. I feel like some of you, I get this energy where some of you, if you're not like too screwed up with finances and that's not priority number one, it's jumping in that love boat again, or challenging yourself to indulge in it. Here we go. Capricorn in a second. Let's see what we get. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Gotta play to win. I know. Here we go. Holy mother of Jesus. There you are. Clarify what you want to say to Capricorn. What is the message for Capricorn? It doesn't tell me that you're stuck. You don't feel stuck on previous investments. You don't feel like you're worried about that. You give me an energy where you're more or less needing to balance out what you haven't moved towards yet, what hasn't shown up, or what you haven't tried to trust. There's the trust card moving towards. Here we go. The investments. It's time to start manifesting it and believing in this direction, because I don't feel like you've been putting the work there. I think the work's been going to other things versus love. Holy shit. It's time to open up to that motherfucking holy shit happiness, because you can have both. Oh my God. I don't want to keep going. I'm going to pick them all up. We're going to try again and see what happens. I hate when it comes out so great and then I fuck it all up. And I don't want to fuck your shit up. But we're going to keep trying. All right. See what we get. I want to see what else it says for Capricorn. What do we got for them? What's the message for Capricorn for April? So you're coming off very independent, but you're coming up. Oh, fuck. You're coming off very independent, maybe very on the up and up. Things may start to work out for you. The thing I think that you got to challenge is love. being available, something about being available from it, making that work and come into play and balance. This is what Capricorn needs to work on, because you haven't been. It's telling me. Go to the bottom. Give them 4. You may feel at a distance with building your happiness or opening your heart towards the next best thing in life. You probably feel like you're at a distance. You've probably been single a little while. How many times how many times did you try to trust something and it just didn't work out? It just left you upset. How many times? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that's why you haven't moved towards it. I feel like that's what needs to change, or that's what you're going to discover in April. It's what you're going to learn how to trust. It's what you're going to start trying to work on, because you've been leaving it behind, and you don't need to leave your happiness behind. You need to spin the wheel again, wheel of fortune. Take the chance. The world, move in that direction. That's where I'm leaving your reading. I'm not gonna fuck your shit up. I'm done. Don't do it. Of course I'm gonna do it. Start taking action. Don't think about it. Just make it the outcome and the judgment, the reality, because you deserve it. All right. That's what I have for Capricorn, and we're not gonna go anywhere else with that. Yours might not have been the longest, but I did like your reading. I did like your reading a lot. So, and I don't want to go too off the wall with it. I feel like you need to really start accepting, like, okay, it's game time. You know what I'm saying? Get out on the scene. Get out there. Be available. All right. Aquarius. In a second. Here we go. Aquarius. All right. What the hell time is it? I've been out here for a hot minute. It's 10 o'clock. Aquarius. What do we got for you? Hey, Fly Gal. Hello, Zoe. I don't know if I said hello, Amanda. Hello. If I said hello again, hello again. Here we go. Aquarius. What's the message for Aquarius? Month of April. Ooh. Aquarius, it's all about be your own fucking celebrity. God damn it. Start moving in that direction, because it tells me you haven't been pushing towards that. You haven't been rushing towards that. Be your own. It's not like be your own advocate. Create your own experiences and fun. I feel like that is your message. I feel like you've wanted to do it, but you haven't. Why do I feel that way? Here we go. Show me something for Aquarius. Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. I don't feel like you've putting much effort other than towards work, than investing towards love. I feel like you might know that's the investment you should be working or looking at. Love more than just work. I think over time you might have had stresses with work, but you've learned how to move past that, or that's something you've been casually doing as time progresses. Something like that. Here we go. You know that it tells me you're not willing to go back towards a situation that somebody fumbled you. A love situation may have fumbled you, and you're not going towards that. You're like, no, I'm not going towards that. But I do feel like you haven't kind of started speaking about going towards passion or things of love or connecting. I don't feel like I'm done. I feel like you've been moving towards it. The 7, the 4. I think you've thought about it, but emotionally, Hangman, you don't do it. You haven't. This tells me you have not started, trusted it, or moved in this direction. Opened your heart, created the balance. Change. It's time to change. It's time to go after the victories that have yet to be found. Something like that's important for the zodiac sign of Aquarius. Here we go. Show me something for Aquarius, please. 3 of Swords. Not upset anymore, it tells me. Emotionally, you've been putting a lot of work and effort towards what? Show me what they've been working towards. What is it? What's the message? Work, career, maybe yourself a little bit. Or don't just work on one thing, work on everything. Or work on the missing pieces. The pieces that will make you happy, bring in truth and clarity. Or you're very aware of that you want. You know what I mean? See how one side looks like the sun, one side looks like the moon? What would make a person happy? Waking up in the morning next to somebody saying good morning and going to bed saying good night. Maybe that's the investment in truth and clarity you're supposed to be looking at. Here we go. I've never kind of phrased that card like that. Here we go. And I think you really got to trust going towards that direction. I feel like that's going to be vital or key for you. Here we go. Show me something else for Aquarius. You come off very independent and very good vocally, or very strong, very oriented. Aquarius, you come off very like capable. This gives me very capable, very action driven, very driven right now. Very focused. Here we go. Anything else? But the only thing you need to focus on is love, damn it. It tells me you're focusing on everything. The matter of, it doesn't show me you're focused on, I feel like you got to start investing in this card, in love. I don't feel like you're hung up on things that hurt you. I feel like you just know what you haven't moved yourself towards, and it's love, baby. It's love. You got to start building that shit. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, and I feel like that's been coming out a lot for you. I don't feel like this is the first time I've had to say this to Aquarius. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Here we go. Aquarius. I hope you guys are enjoying this reading. Subscribe and like the channel if you don't mind. Appreciate it. Thank you. Here we go. 2 more shuffles for you, though. I can't do 2 more. It didn't feel right. 1 more shuffle for you, and then we start. April. What's here for Aquarius? April. What's here for Aquarius? Show me what's here for Aquarius for April. What's the message for them? Show me what's here. You come off like you got to be aware about what needs to transition, what you got to be strong about. And a lot of it is, I think, opening up about communication and finding security. Anything that it's almost like I feel like you've held back or resisted from working. And it's telling me what it's towards is emotionally opening up or starting over again. Towards love. It fascinates you. Something about it fascinates you, but you don't rush towards it. And I feel like you got to balance through, make the decision. 6, balance through it. What's stopping you? I don't know what is stopping you. It's not telling me what's stopping you. It's just telling me you should be playing with it and making that judgment, the outcome, the reality. Make it happen. Enjoy yourself. I feel like you got to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it pass you by, and trust that it's probably the right decision for you. Something like that. Because the change is necessary. I feel like the Tower card, like the change is necessary for you. So show me something else for Zodiac sign of Aquarius. It's time to, it wanted to come out. It's time to work. Put work towards love situations. Prioritize yourself, or moving towards love, I'm going to tell you. You got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. I feel like it's gonna happen. It may not show up in April, but I feel like it's something that you've got to start initiating, going towards. Because I don't feel like you have. I don't think you have. But I feel like that Ten of Swords is telling me nothing can stop you but you. So do it. You know what I'm saying? And I think I feel like you've been doing things on your own, and it's time to start doing or manifesting a little bit more, or somebody else to come into that equation, come into your circle. You may have to discover this or recognize I need to move towards what? Love, because it's telling me emotionally you haven't really done it. You may have been tired and just held back from moving towards love. This is what I'm getting for you. May have been more invested in yourself or situations around you, being patient with love when I feel like you're supposed to go after love. I don't know how else to tell you. Your reading won't leave me alone in love. Here we go. Let's keep going. Might not make sense to everybody, but that's how it's coming out for me, for the Zodiac sign of Aquarius. Let's keep going. Show me something for Aquarius. April or past it, whatever. Let's see what you get. April or past it for Aquarius. passion. You got the... I saw the sun. I almost paused passion, sun card, and Page of Pentacles reversed. And there's the passion card. I saw the sun's in there somewhere. We'll see what happens. Show me something for Aquarius. This one first, then that one. So it tells me you haven't been paying attention or creating or moving towards things that could excite you or passionately. You haven't worked with things of love, it's telling me. It's telling me you haven't done it, and it's time to take action or move towards that direction. I feel like some of you released doing that or putting the work and effort towards it for a while. I feel like it's time to shake that energy, shake out of it. Bottom. It's time to get balance, complete balance, bottom and top of the deck. Out of like 76, 8 cards, some shit like that, you get balance off the top and the bottom. It's time to balance out things you haven't moved towards. I don't think you're upset. I just don't think you're trying or looking for love in all the right places kind of energy. I think it's time for you to start doing that. One shuffle and you showed up. You might be surprised with what happens. You may not know. Isn't it funny how you won't know until you know? That could be what the outcome for Aquarius. That wanted to be reversed. It tells me you think about celebrations or the options of building with somebody, but you don't move towards it. This is all it's saying. Some of you also were worried about a position, maybe a career, a status situation. I think you were worried. I don't feel like you're still stuck in that energy. You might have felt like something wasn't going to work out or something might change abruptly. Some feels like something might have changed on you. Some of you may have felt like you have to go in a totally new direction. You may not have liked dealing with somebody either. They may have just caused you grief or headaches, something like that. Here we go. Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like your secret, the secret sauce to your message is the Queen of Pentacles. You got to start investing. And I don't feel like you don't love yourself. I feel like you love yourself plenty. I feel like you got to start investing in things of happiness and love that you haven't moved towards. I feel like that is what it's trying to tell me. I feel like you know you can do this and you should have already done it. Queen of Cups, emotionally, that's the investment that's on the table, or what you're supposed to hear, what I'm supposed to say, what you're supposed to work towards. That's what I have for Aquarius. I feel like you're very... I feel like you got to become secure with motivating yourself emotionally to move towards your emotional experience, whoever that's for. That may not be for everybody, but it's something about you gotta wrap your head, become fascinated with investing in love situations, opening up emotionally, going towards the investment. Just manifest it, because I don't feel like you've done it. I feel like you've kept it in the cold. When you think about it, you may struggle to trust moving towards it. The Empress, Temperance, the Emperor. Some of you don't tell me you've given up. Some of you come off like I've given up or I just don't make time for it. It's something like that. I don't know. Everybody's story is different. We're going to move on to Pisces. Here we go. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I don't know how great that one was. Fucking just feels like you need some fucking love in your life, some fucking happiness. It doesn't feel like you have to have it, but I feel like you're ready for it, have been ready for it. You just haven't done anything with it. Why? I don't know. Let's go to Pisces. Here we go. What's the message for the zodiac sign of Pisces? What's the message for the zodiac sign of Pisces? What do you want to tell Pisces? April. Okay, right off the bat. Let me tell you what it's telling me you might have got rid of. Some of you had to get rid of a Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, or Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, Capricorn. There's something you're not focusing on or looking at. You are not putting, I just feel like, get like an ignored energy of wanting to work with this. Some of you could have definitely been an earth or fire sign, by the way. I'm going to stick with that. Ooh, my nose is itchy. Give me, I don't want to be bothered by it energy. Page of Wands, page of emotionally, you released. It's almost like you accepted the situation to be behind you. She's kind of sitting like it's no longer available. Four of Swords, she's sitting in a gravesite. It's there's no more you can do with this. And I felt like it's a woman, not a guy. It feels like a woman that I'm reading right now. Here we go. I think you learn not to move towards a situation. Could have been a Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But you came very, very aware. Something about the risk wasn't worth the reward, or they didn't really love me. I don't trust this. I can't work with this. This shit's over. I don't emotionally feel attached to it. I feel left out, or I want to leave it left out. I don't want to rush towards it. Type energy. We don't communicate, and I've got my truth and clarity that it wasn't meant for me. I like that. That I like. You are fascinated to see things move. Strength card, Queen of Swords, or communication to start happening. But I don't think you're too hung up on that. I think you're more or less. I think you're getting to the verge of adopting the idea of starting again. You give me, I want to adopt doing something again, or finding my victory, soul partner, happiness, connection. I don't feel like you're in a rush though. I do feel like you want the investment. You may also be wanting to invest in yourself at this time, or trying to figure out what's going to make sense or how to bring in more money. Career change possible for some of you. Here we go. You may have tried to be patient, or you may have recognized that old circles you used to deal with, you're not really playing with those anymore, or you don't really speak to people or emotionally invest in people. A lot of things may have changed in your life, and I feel like you're not trying to stress. I feel like you're just trying to figure things out and trust yourself, and trust what you're going to build or where you're going. That's what you give me. That's what you're giving me. I do feel like you had to make a decision. This makes me feel like you had to make a decision in a relationship. Do I speak to it, or do I let it fall away? It looks like you let it fall away. Emotionally, it got exhausting. You became like, nope, I don't want to manifest something like this. It became something you kind of really couldn't ignore. You had to kind of respect what you saw. 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, and you wanted balance. You wanted to open your heart, but you weren't feeling like emotionally or on a love situation it made sense. So it's probably why like either you removed it, they removed, whoever removed what, something got removed. You moved on. 6 of Pentacles and Judgment, and I think you recognize it was the best thing for you. If you haven't, you will. You have 8 and 8 here. Some of you, it was a little bit hard emotionally to shut the curtains or let go, but I think you recognized, I have no choice. I got to do this. That's how you come off, Pisces. So I don't think you're fascinated, or you don't feel tied down to something you've dealt with. You feel good about that. You feel good about knowing that it wasn't right for you. It's almost like you don't have to shake anything off anymore. You already did. That's what I'm picking up. Here we go. Some of you guys are looking to find what's going to make you happy, whether it's in work or just work or love, moving towards work or love. Also learning to be patient, strong, persevere through everything. Show me something for Pisces. You might have dealt with the tug of war. The tug of war could have definitely been with a Leo, Sagittarius, maybe a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Definitely fire, water, earth sign. Whatever it is, you might not have got the finished conversation you wanted to have with the person. I don't think that's the investment you're supposed to worry about, because I don't think the investment was going to last for the long term. It's probably why it ended. I feel like you've yet to find or discover the thing that's going to make you happy. Fall in love, truly fall in love. I feel like you'll find it when the time is right. You might just have to be patient and just be in like your own celebration energy. You may be trying to figure out what's going to work. How am I going to make things work? What direction am I heading in right now? Trying to figure this out, but not being too mentally upset or distracted. Some of you may have blocked a person that you were wanting to connect with, whether it was a fire sign, air sign. I'm going to say fire, earth sign, water sign, definitely. You became aware that this distance, the truth and clarity was, I'm better off on my own. Better off on my own. And I need to just go in this direction, because it almost feels like it became too much of a burden, too much stress, and a lack of trust or communication. And the burdens were just outweighing the things you wanted change. You really had to look at a situation and you recognize this is not for me, but it's not over. I can still find my victories. But right now I'm going to work on myself and not be upset at where I'm at. I'm just going to try to figure out where I'm at. It's how you're coming off towards me. I want balance and I want strong communication. I'd like things to develop, but they can't be unhealthy. And they got to come at me with awesome passion, real passion. It can't be bullshit. It can't be bullshit. I'm not focusing on bullshit. Because why aren't you focusing on bullshit? Because you want true happiness. And you know that's what you want. And I feel like you're willing to put the work into the right person, but you also may be feeling like I want to work on myself right now more than I want to work on going towards a situation that might hurt me again. And I feel like you're trusting what you emotionally feel. The Knight of Swords, you may have not have taken action or be willing to open up in love for a little while. You might have those doors closed, be emotionally withdrawn from it, or not be trusting moving towards a male or a relationship at this moment. I think your thoughts are somewhere else, but trusting yourself and knowing that's what you need to do. Something like that for Pisces. One more tarot deck. It's almost a 4-hour reading, baby. Holy jeez. Oh my God. Here we go. I gotta finish the cigarette because it's going out. That doesn't mean that you don't want to go towards it. It just means you might feel like it's time to just put the brakes on. Put the brakes on for a little while. Why is the King of Swords out? Maybe some of you, a love situation went down the toilet, is what it's telling me. When it came to communication, when it came to playing with it, when it came to wondering what's going on, it just got too heavy. It became unhealthy or felt unnatural. And I don't think you wanted to deal with that or work with it or keep emotionally being available for something like that. I don't feel like that made sense to you. I feel like you started to recognize, you know what? This isn't, shit's not making sense or adding up, and I'm not feeling emotionally. I feel like you started to really respect knowing that it's a facade energy. You may have felt like somebody's, blowing smoke up your ass. Kind of. I don't think it was in your imagination. I don't think you dreamt up a strange reality. I think you kind of went through it. Here we go. With a lover. The lover's right there. Let's keep going. Passion. It upsets you. It upsets you. I feel like you were looking for something to work out, but it never fully came to fruition. Never moved towards the direction you wanted, that you were willing to work with this love situation. And now you're learning to trust, getting out of that energy and not focusing on it. Good for you. It was a little bit of a hurdle for you to get over or leave behind, but you're not stuck on it anymore. The Hangman's reverse. The Princess of Cups. You're focused on your wealth, your productivity, your lifestyle. That's what Pisces is all about right now. Their business, what they can bring to the table. Your thoughts have been on this for a while, and you're waiting to see something shift probably in that direction more than you're fighting towards, let me find somebody that's going to bring in happiness. Doesn't mean you don't want happiness. I still feel like you do want that. Clarify the happiness card. You do. You got the Strength card. You still want happiness, but you're aware of what you deserve. And I don't think you're going to, it's almost like you had a hightail out of a situation that was causing too much anxiety or that wasn't showing you true love or made you feel like a loss of patience or it didn't feel desirable or like it wanted to manifest you truly. So you kind of said, you know what? Not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm not going to deal with this. It became too much of a burden and you got tired of looking at it or even giving it time. So you moved away from it. And now you're trying to look at things at other things. Some of you, a side message, if they were at a distance, you may find somebody that's close by. The next person may not live that far away from you. I feel like the last person was at a distance and the next person won't be that far for you to move from. This is what I have for you, Pisces. Anything else? There could be a lot of passion and work towards creating balance in the situation. Balance again. You could be, both of you are going to have to put a lot of work and effort into it. But I feel like if you keep the communication available, somebody's not walking away, somebody's investing. I feel like the last relationship, there wasn't enough communication or investment. So the changes were heartbreaking, or the heart never really got what it wanted. You didn't get what you wanted in the past. But I don't feel like it's going to stop you getting what you want in the future. I just feel like you're still on a mission to find it. And what are you trying to find? Look at the last two cards. You're on a mission to find and trust love, baby. This is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed these readings. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all your time. Oh, that's a long reading, guys. It's a long-ass reading for me. All right. I'm not going to say too much. Have a good rest of the evening or night or day, morning, whatever it may be. Be safe out there. Thank you for being part of the channel or becoming part of the channel. I'll see you guys again soon. Have a good night. Bye, everybody. Peace out. Later.